across the UK, online and on DAB.
The wild man of late night radio is back.
Differently interesting nocturnal emissions from a legend of late night radio. Iain Lee, on air and off the leash.
On talkRADIO.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow, I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
What the hell is going on with you, Caddick?
Hi, Ian.
Yeah, I'm glad you sound miserable.
Well, I'm worried about my mom.
I know you. Well, okay. With fair play, you've completely disarmed my attack there by coming in about your mum, and I wish the best to your mum. I'm going to give you a rollicking in a minute. Are you up for a rollicking? Because you're going to get one whether you want one or not.
Let me guess. Is it because of my choice of music?
No, it's not. First of all, let me show my sensitive. By the way, 0844 499 1000.
I'll call you back.
Thank you. Shall I show you my sensitive side before I show you my brusque side?
Yes, please.
How's your mum?
There's no change. I'm going to go see her tomorrow afternoon.
Do you mind me asking what's wrong with her?
She's got gallstones, one of her tubes is blocked, and she's got a cyst in one of her kidneys.
Oh, flipping heck, mate. Well,
she's in McQueen in Birmingham.
It's a good hospital.
Yeah.
It's an excellent hospital, Caddick. An excellent hospital. They can work miracles based on science there. Miracles based on science. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, and is she in pain? Is she
Yeah, she's got bad stomach pains.
Are they giving her a bit of morphine?
Well, she's diabetic, so she's having insulin.
Oh, okay. Is that a pain? That's not painkiller. Is that painkiller?
No, it's to keep her blood sugars down.
Is she not allowed to have morphine if she's a diabetic?
I'm not sure.
Well, are you not a doctor?
I'm not.
What the hell am I talking to you for then? Get me a doctor. That was
8444 991 we need a medical diagnosis.
We call you back. Okay, well that's my sensitive side, Alan.
Now the bollocking.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's exactly what you're going to get.
Is it to do with the brother's cord?
Yes, mate, it is. I have it on good authority that you have been seeing another radio show behind my back.
It was only the first time I called them.
Right.
I don't want to broaden my horizons.
You wanted to...
So we're keeping with the same station,
Yes.
but a different show.
Okay. What I wasn't listening because I was...
You were preparing for the show.
Yeah, why not? What did you call in about?
SAT test.
What?
SAT test.
Oh, I thought you said fat tests. You would either pass or fail. I don't know what the prime requisite is for fat. What did you call in about SAT tests for?
I was saying they should get rid of the 2 tests they have and just merge them into one big test.
I mean, I've not really been following this SAT test story, because I remember being at school, right? I had tests.
Yeah.
Right? Some of them were called GCSEs and A-levels, and I did pretty badly at all of them.
Well,
and
I
now
only
look
did
at
2
me.
GCSEs. I've done pretty good in them.
Well, exactly. You've got now can burn 750 quid on the horses from taxpayers' job seekers' allowance money.
No, but I didn't have any try. I had it to win.
Right. So you've totally thrown me for 6 here, Alan. What was I arguing about?
I don't know.
Yeah. So make them take. Listen, here's the thing, kids. Right, and I'm sure we've got loads of primary school children listening to me right now. Right, and it's SATs week this week.
If there's nothing, they should be in bed.
No, they shouldn't. They should be up. They should be up, stealing nips of vodka from their mum's vodka bottle. I'm joking, of course.
You should be in bed today.
No, well, then there's a terrifying phrase said by. Say that again, Caddick.
You should be in bed, kiddies.
Isn't that frightening? No, they should.
Just like Cliff Richard being prosecuted by the CPS.
Well, I know, and that's today's phoning. Cliff Richard. Yeah, no. Let's not even go. Well, we don't know if he's being prosecuted by the CPS.
No, according to Facebook, the police have passed the information over to the CPS.
The police have done what they have to do. They pass over, as they do with, I believe, all cases, they pass over the information to the Crown Prosecution Service, and then they weigh up the evidence and decide whether they wish to go to trial or not. Exactly. And boy, oh boy.
I don't think Cliff Richard will be prosecuted.
Well, let's not dwell on it too much. But one thing I want to know is, do I sell my Cliff Richard albums on eBay now? Or do I wait 6 months? When do you think I'll get the best price?
I'll do it now.
Yeah, okay. I mean, someone maybe quids in, but perhaps it's worth selling those signed Cliff Richard LPs. Pretty sharpish, huh? I don't care about SATs tests. And, and all these people saying, the kids are so stressed. Nah, they're not. Just let them do it. They don't care. They don't know. Do they? I don't know. I've not spoken to any children about it.
No, because I think it was something that Ofsted put in place to... capability of the school.
Here's the thing, Alan, right? We have got loads of new listeners because that...
Evening, everybody!
Yeah. That evil cow, Katie Hopkins, is on the other side right now. Probably... let's take a little sweepstake, right? What do you think Hopkins is talking about now?
Running naked through the streets because he lost a bet.
Running naked through the streets because she lost a bet.
Yeah.
She might be talking about that. I bet she's talking about the terror training thing in Manchester today, where they shouted Allah Akbar, and then the coppers had to apologise for it. I bet she's talking about that. Should we have a little listen?
Yeah, let's listen to Katie.
Let's have a little listen. Here's Katie. Do you introduce her? Go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Hopkins.
Hang on a second. We got. My bosses hate it when we do this, by the way, but that's their problem for hiring an idiot. We've got 22 seconds of adverts. Just indulge us. 0844 499 1000. We might do the Manchester police training shouting Allah Akbar thing. I never know how you say it, Alan, and it's important that I learn this. Is it Allah Akbar or Aluha Akbar?
Allah Akbar.
Okie dokie. Okay. Well, introduce her now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Katie Hopkins.
Oh, but buffering.
To read without adequate standards of literacy or numeracy. Oh. I mean, that's terrifying, isn't it?
She's talking
20% barely able to read properly.
I think she's talking about what you just called in to talk to me about, Alan. We're doing a mirror show of Hopkins.
This is weird.
45% have less than 10 books in their house. So 20% of these pupils that everyone is saying are very distressed by being tested.
Jeez, Caddick! Oh, shut up, woman.
This is weird.
Caddick, this is not weird. This is awful.
Cats are not
Oh,
that
shut
big.
up, woman. We have sunk into Katie's
World.
bigot hole. We
Oh,
are coming out of her bee-hole and doing, because of you, we're doing the same show that she is.
Well, we need to rectify this quickly with some other topics.
We need it. Okay, Alan, have you got any suggestions for another topic? And this is the first topic of the show is, have we got any suggestions for another topic so we can turn the tide against Katie Hopkins and her bee-hole?
Opening tune. Do you want more of a Littlest Hobo? Or would you like a new theme tune for the show?
Well, hang on a second, dude. Where the hell has that come from?
According to a Facebook group called talkRADIO Listeners, there's been people complaining that there's been too much of a Littlest Hobo.
What the hell is this insanity? It's week 8 and already there's a mutiny on Facebook?
Yeah.
Do you need to sit down, Alan? You sound a bit out of breath.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. This is how confident I am in my stewardship of this show, Alan.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that out as a topic. Should we change the theme tune to the show, The Littlest Hobo? Because I know that the majority. What are you doing? Are you like that woman in McDonald's? Have you got your hand down your trousers?
No.
Having filet o
Another
fish.
topic.
Did you see the woman? I nearly said something terribly rude then. Did you see the woman pleasuring herself whilst chomping on a Big Mac?
No, I haven't seen the video yet.
Oh, but you're going to be
I'm going
furiously.
to be trawling through Facebook looking for it.
Good lad, it's well worth it. It's well worth it. Okay, Alan, we'll put that out there. Have you ever touched yourself in McDonald's?
No.
No, I'm putting it out there as the topic.
Yeah, that's 2 topics.
Okay, so have you ever? Hang on. Have you? Okay, well, where's the? Can we ask this? Because this is talk radio. Okay, I don't know the rules. Would never have asked this on the BBC. Okay, but I'm going to use you, Alan, as my
guinea pig
sounding board.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use Catherine as my official board. I can see her through the glass. Can we ask this question?
Yeah.
Where's the most outrageous place you've not gone out? Can we? I don't know. Can we? I don't know.
Bit controversial.
It's a little bit controversial. Is it too? It's populist, and surely it's the.
I think it's a bit too James Whale.
What do you mean too? Flipping heck! It's surely that question is the antithesis of what Katie Hopkins is blowing out of her beehole.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's get one up on Miss Hopkins.
Let's get one up on Miss Hopkins. Where's the weirdest place you've ever pleasured yourself after a lady was filmed touching herself in McDonald's? Filmed touching herself. So someone saw it and went, oh, I'm going to film that. Where's my phone? Hang on. Oh, it's on picture. Here we go. Right. And then they filmed it. That's a weird thing to do, isn't it?
I know.
I think the person who filmed it is weirder than the lady what done it.
I know. That is weird.
All right, Alan, can you just recap the topics, please?
Should we have a Littlest Hobo at our mating, or do we need to change it? Or have you ever pleasured yourself in a weird place?
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Ta-ta. There we go. Well, that's there we go. That's it. The show is kind of, I was going to say up and running. It's limping along in a terrible state. Someone put it out of its misery. So far we have the weirdest place you've ever pleasured yourself. And I think we can. I think if we tread carefully, I think we'll lose the cool Radio 4 types what are listening to us. But I think we can get away with it. 0844 499 1000. There's a rebellion afoot on some Mickey Mouse Facebook page. They want to change get rid of the Littlest Hobo. I know, dear listener, I am confident when I suggest that that's nonsense. And by the way, anyone can call in tonight. I had some people on Twitter saying, well, I can't call in because I've not phoned in the last. Anyone can call in. That was just for Monday's show, guys. So, those are some of the things we're talking about. We'll also be discussing nipples. And sit-ups and all kinds of... have you ever nearly been killed abroad? That's another one as well. If you want to take part in the show, now is an excellent time to give us a call. 0844 499 1000. Don't panic, guys. We call you back. 0844 499 1000 is the phone number. We'll call you back. So far we're asking. Some crazy lunatics want to get rid of the Littlest Hobo. I don't buy that for a second, guys. I don't buy that for a second. And video footage has emerged of a young lady who was so turned on by her Big Mac and fries that she decided to put her hands down her trousers, in her pants, and have a little, extra, and I say good luck to her. Well done. We are asking delicately, because I don't want to go all laddish and Nuts magazine on you. Patrick, is Nuts magazine still going, or did they see sense and close it?
I'm 49 years old, Ian. I wouldn't really know, mate.
Sorry, let me rephrase that question. Patrick, is Zoo magazine still going, or did they see sense and close that nonsense down?
I'm 49 years old.
Do you remember, right? And I know it's a cliche. We're of a similar vintage. You're a little bit older, but we were similar vintage, right? When we were kids, right, the only way you could see pornography was you'd find it in bushes for some reason, and that's an old cliche, but it's actually true. I found old magazines in bushes. I remember finding some. Someone had obviously got rid of their stash in a bin by the bus stop. I looked down, I couldn't believe it. I was 15. I was in seventh heaven. Or your mate would pass one around, or for my generation, a battered old VHS got passed around, and then in the 90s, before the internet and stuff, the 90s it all changed, and the stuff that we were looking at in like Razzle and Mayfair and stuff like that, it was in the pop videos, and it was on the front covers of like Nuts and Zoo and things like that. It was an incredible demystification of soft pornography that I think is the whole reason the banks collapsed.
I'd like to call it a metamorphosis. To be fair, from bushes to MTV.
I'm glad you went from there, because I wonder when you started with bushes. I wonder what metamorphosis he's talking about. And to be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to be going down that road. I'm glad you went down.
And then you called me back.
I'm glad you went down that little lane instead of the original little lane. What you had intended. 0844 499 1000. What you got for us, Patrick?
The Littlest Hobo. I'm not like what you call a political animal, but
come on.
I'm a bit. I can't see why people would want to get rid of Littlest Hobo, because that's like, it's warming, it's comforting, it's a lovely tune.
Here's 10 points, okay, and you can win £1 million for this, and I mean this. Actually, if you get this right, you get £1 million. What was the name of the dog that played the Littlest Hobo?
To be fair, I don't know. I only know the tune from listening to your show and someone else's show.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry, I can't really do much more than that.
That's okay. Well, listen, that's okay. You've saved me £1 million. Anyone else can phone in and answer that. I'm afraid the £1 million cash prize, and it would have been in £1 notes, has been burnt by the KLF. I can only apologise for that. Yeah, so you're for it. You're for the Littlest Hobo.
Well, most definitely, because it's very warming. It's I don't know. It's inspirational. I feel.
Do you know what? It's nice, and we don't generally do that thing of talking about old kids programs, because it's a bit lazy, right? And that's not the reason I'm playing it. I'm playing it. You're right, because it's just a nice, bouncy song. It's a good song. I might look. I tell you what I'll do. Right, okay, if people vote against it, if there is a mutiny, if there is an uprising, Patrick, then I'm a firm but fair man, and I will get rid of it. But I might see if I can dig out some different versions of it and see if we can have, maybe we'll play around with it that way.
Well, to be fair, I think, it works well, and I think most people enjoy it, and I just think that the people who are going on Facebook and going against it, I think they're just activists.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, exactly. It's the same people. It's the same people that flat shared. No, not flat shared. That waterboarded. No, not waterboarded. That what's the word I'm trying to think of? They did it. They not Soundgardened. What's the word I'm trying to think of? It's that they empty platformed. Is that the word? I'm going to say it is. It's the same people that empty platforms, that's not the phrase, but it'll do, Peter Tatchell and Jermaine Greer that are trying to get rid of the Littlest Hobo?
Well, and I reckon it's the same people who did voted for Boaty McBoatface.
Hey, now listen, right? I didn't really follow the Boaty McBoatface thing, but so it was a boat that there was a public vote to see what the boat would be called, right? Who called this vote? Who set it up? Who are the people behind this?
I think it was a fellow called Boaty.
No. Who said right? We've got this boat here. We don't know how to name it. Let's go online and have a competition.
Again, I'm not really down with
because I think before the CPS look at any of the Cliff Richard files, I think they should be looking at that guy, because that guy is an absolute arse. How dare you set up an online vote, and then when the great British people, and let's be honest, yes, probably some immigrants as well, when they have their say and they make their feelings known, to then ignore it. It's like in the Scottish referendum. If everyone voted no, but then Scotland went, yeah, I know they voted no, but we're actually going to go yes because we prefer it. Or like, with the London mayoral thing, right? Everyone voted for Sadiq Khan because he wasn't a massive racist like Zach Goldsmith. But then Boris went, yeah, no, yes, you've all voted for Sadiq Khan, but actually I'm going to let my friend Zach have the job. You can't do that.
I think you need to take a leaf from their book. If they vote out Littlest Hobo, just ignore them.
Patrick, you're an absolute legend. I like your take on politics. Good. I like that. 0844 499 1000. Give us a call. We call you back. Ribena Rosie, stay there. Come to you in a second. Oh, I meant to ask him a question, and I found a delicate way. Hang on. Just give me a second. The question we're asking, based on the McDonald's thing, I've got a much more delicate way of asking it. Let's try it with Bill. Hello, Bill.
Hello, mate.
I've got two ways of asking this question.
Okay.
Let's go with the first one.
Sure.
WPYKOO.
Okay.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Have you been listening to the show, Bill?
Is it about the public place?
Yes. So
okay,
WPY, and I'm spelling knocked with a K. WPYKOO.
KOO. I'm not allowed to say it loud, am I?
Well, you can tell us where you've done it. Or, I've got another way.
Try the other way.
WPYHAW.
Oh, you're overcomplicating things, man.
Stick with the first one, Bill. WPYKOO.
Well, does it count if someone else done it for you? No, your partner, your girlfriend.
Yes. Where did he do it?
It was Christmas Eve 2005,
yep.
JD Sports, Wood Green.
No, I know JD Sports in Wood Green. Can I ask how the romance bubbled up so much that while you were looking at trainers and big white cotton sporting socks, that you and your partner decided that you would there?
Well, I was 17, 18. It just sort of happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? If it had have just sort of happened to me when I was 17 and 18, I'd be a very, very happy man. Sadly, it did not. Have you called in for anything else?
Yeah, as well. I've called in about the Hobo song.
Yes, are you for the Hobo Bill?
Yes, of course.
Let me finish the question.
Sorry.
Are you for the Hobo Bill?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to finish the question.
Okay.
Are you for the Hobo Bill, or are you against the Hobo Bill?
I'm for the Hobo.
Can you tell us why?
Because I don't know why are people complaining on Facebook about like a song to a radio station?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just keep it. It's a good song. It's not harming anyone. Just, crack on with it, you know what I mean?
Again, we're back to JD Sports, aren't we, with cracking on with it? That seems to be...
Oh, no, I wasn't even being clever there. Honestly, I didn't even intend to do that.
Well, that just shows you what an Oscar Wilde you are, Bill. What a Noel Coward you yet will be. Thanks for calling, Bill.
Good man, thank you.
Ta-ta, 0844 499 1000. The question was, well, we can phrase this two ways. WPYKOO. or WPYHAW. 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number. It really is, I'm going to say, a new low in British radio this evening, whatever time it is. Who cares? It's none of your business. This show is, it's in its 8th week, and there is already a mutiny on a Facebook group. People disgusted, furious. It's almost, remember the tension? You remember the riots that swept the UK a few years ago? The tension that was in the air, it was palpable. You can feel that similar tension in the air now. There's a significant number of listeners want to get rid of the Littlest Hobo from the repertoire. Well, guys, you're going to have to fight me. You're going to have to fight me hard. I don't mean like that. But speaking of that, as a tribute to the young lady who was caught ordering a filet-o-fish in McDonald's, we're asking WPYKOO, or if you prefer, WPYHAW. 0844 499 1000. Yes, Rosie.
Hello.
Hello, Rosie.
Was that HAW or HOW?
WPYHAW.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay.
I wasn't going to tell you that one.
Do you want to answer it?
Not at the moment. I might save that one for afterwards, because my mind was about when you nearly died abroad.
Oh, we never got to that. Yeah, but me and Kath, over a delicious Chinese meal, I was reminded.
One?
Oh, yeah, well, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I was reminded of the one time I went to China. I went to Beijing. It's a hard J. And I went with my mate James and his mate Andy, who'd been to... We went to Hong Kong, and then we were in Hong Kong for a few days, and Andy said, because he knew the area, he worked over, he said, why don't we fly over to China for a few days? I'm like, yeah, this would be awesome, right? And we went to China, we went and saw the Forbidden City, and we got chatted up by a gay, or at least we got chatted up by what we think was Chinese intelligence. And we think he was pretending to be... There are different contexts. He was either... a Chinese spy that was pretending to be gay to get secrets from us, or he was a Chinese guy that wasn't pretending to be gay, and I misread that situation to get secrets from us, or, number 3, he was a gay guy and not a Chinese spy that wanted to get something from us and not secrets, or number 4, and this is the least likely, he was just a nice bloke who was showing an interest in some tourists. Now, so we were there. And, well, I can't remember the year. Historians will be able to back this up. It was 1999, 2000, 2001, one of those 3, right?
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of argy-bargy going on in the Middle East. And I think Britain, it was either Britain or America, I think it was Britain, accidentally bombed a Chinese embassy somewhere in the Middle East. Accidentally... They either launched a couple of rockets on it or an aeroplane dropped a couple of bombs on it. It was an accident, right? And we were in China when that happened.
Right.
And it suddenly went from being only quite tense, because it's a tense country, to being really, really, really bloody, terrifying, to the point where Andy, who was our kind of guide, said, guys, what we're going to do is you're going to go back to the hotel, you're going to pack your bags, I am going to hire a bulletproof car, we're going to go to the airport, and we are going to get the first flight back to Hong Kong. And it was horrible, and I remember was absolutely terrified, and he said, if anyone asks, say you're Canadian. That was it. If anyone asks, say you're Canadian. And we got to the airport, and there were loads of armed guards there and loads of that. And we got out, and we got to Hong Kong, and we turned the TV on, and there were loads of stories of British people getting their heads kicked in by the Chinese. And when I say kicked in, I mean using kung fu skills. They were using their kung fu skills, and it was horrific. And we barely escaped. So, one of the questions tonight, this is going to be the main thrust of the show, thank you so much for reminding me, Rosie, is have you ever nearly died whilst abroad? 0844 499 1000. We call you back. Tell me your story, Rosie.
Okay, it was in Boston, and we decided to go for one of these horse and cart rides. You know, they take you for a ride you go in like a little carriage behind the horse, and somebody sits on the horse and drives it. And it was a female driver.
Yes.
And we passed some roadworks where they have that kind of flappy plastic stuff to warn you, and the horse didn't like that. And it kicked off, and it sort of reared up, and she disappeared. and then this horse just started running. She just disappeared.
Uh-oh.
We couldn't see her. We thought she was like dead or being dragged underneath the horse or something, and we were going faster and faster in the back of this thing, and I was shouting out the back going, "Oh my God, help us,
Yes.
we're going to die." My kids were like, they really take the piss out of me now, but, oops, sorry.
What is going on with you and Caddick? What is going on with everyone's potty mouths this evening?
I'm sorry.
Come on, guys, for crying out loud.
I forget it's not the adverts.
No, so this was in Boston.
Yeah.
Surely the universal language to slow a horse down is "Whoa there."
Yeah, well, he wasn't really listening.
Oh, did you actually say that?
Probably. I can't. Yeah, he was going, "Whoa, stop!" And I just kept shouting, "Help us!" And people were just jumping out the way, not helping us at all.
Did anybody? Were you with your husband?
Yeah, and my 2 girls. Yeah.
Right. Why? I don't understand. Why didn't your husband stand up and jump on the back of the horse like Dick Turpin?
He was scared.
What kind of?
Well, I wouldn't have done it. I mean,
What kind of man is that?
She did. I mean, there is a better ending because eventually we saw this arm coming around the horse, and then she just pulled
someone was giving the horse a reach around.
Well, no, I've got one about that as well, but that's a different story.
Wowzers.
So she pulled herself back up. She was bleeding all over.
Oh, she was still there?
She was, yeah.
Oh, I thought she'd fallen off completely.
She'd been sort of hanging onto the horse's belly for probably about 5 minutes.
I wonder if it's possible to safely, and you couldn't do it over jumps, obviously, that would be crazy, but to safely ride a horse upside down.
No, well, she did it unsafely, I think, but
it's got to be worth.
She intended to do it.
It's got. There must be people that can do that. I know that people can ride. Yes, circus folk. Circus folk.
Not that I don't. I mean, I'm going back to my Enid Blyton days of Mr. Galliano's circus. They used to do that in those books.
I'm glad they don't have animals in circuses anymore.
Yeah, me too.
I went to the boys' sisters. You don't need animals in circus. There's all people doing.
There's Russians.
There's Russians doing stunts. Who I would love to see. Because a lot of circuses are rubbish, right? But we saw the Moscow State Circus. I bet the 2 best circuses in the world have got to be Moscow and China.
Yeah, we saw the same one. Yeah.
I would like to see those 2 guys. Those 2 circuses having like
a circus off.
A circus off. Yeah. Where they like the Moscow State Circus would do some stunts, right? And they go, "Now it is your turn." And then the Chinese State Circus do some stunts, and they go, "Oh, no, well, I wasn't going to." And then it just keeps better and better and better until they all die of circus skills. Do you not think?
Yeah, it's a fantastic idea. I love it.
Let's make it happen, Rosie. I'll leave you to that. Thank you. 0844 499 1000. I'll let her investigate the possibilities of that happening because it's I've got quite a lot on my mind. So we'll start the show at 11. I think let's count this first hour as just a warm up. So what are we asking this evening? Well, Littlest Hobo fought her again. I didn't get her vote. Doesn't matter. The weirdest place you've not won out, or WPYKOO, or if you prefer WPYHAW. I just, for the 18 to 25-year-olds. And have you ever nearly been killed abroad? 0844 499 1000. Jerry's on the line. Yes, Jerry.
I've got a couple of things to tell you today.
What have you got for us, Jerry?
I've got London the dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, well done. Thank you. Unfortunately, Jerry, as you probably heard, the £1 million prize has been burnt by the KLF. But it's just... was it fun?
Very much fun.
I'm glad it was fun. London was the name of the Littlest Hobo, the actor that played the Littlest Hobo.
I've got another one. You can call it Knuckle Shuffle. Can you hear it? Knuckle Shuffle.
Okay, yes. Let's try not to... by phrasing it, WPYKOO, I think we're managing to make this show... I think when I come in tomorrow, I'll only get a significant rollicking as opposed to a full-on firing. That's what I'm aiming for. A rollicking as opposed to a firing.
Coffee beans. And his car, remember?
Yeah.
I think shake his hand and stuff. Jeff, people, I wanted to tell you.
Yes.
First time in 10 years I've walked I've walked for the first time in 10 years.
Hang on, well, hang on. For those who don't know, Jerry's got Parkinson's, and you've walked. Did you say walked?
Unaided.
For the first time in 10 years. How the hell did you do that? What the hell is going on with you, Miracle Man?
Just got confidence. In fact, I've been downstairs for 15 years.
And hang on, so it's the first time you've been downstairs?
First time I've walked downstairs.
First time you've walked downstairs? Hey, man, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
I bet you happy. Are you exhausted? Did it wear you out?
Yeah. It does, because I haven't walked for 10 years.
Yeah, well, I bet, man. Listen, I bet. Well, don't tell everyone though, Jerry, because then they'll all be expecting you to pop down the shops for them and getting them some fags and stuff.
No chance.
Well, that's brilliant news, mate. I'm really, really chuffed for you. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Okay.
And now, can you get back upstairs?
Yes, can you upstairs easier than downstairs?
Is it? How is going upstairs easier?
Because it's the gravity.
Gravity pulls you downwards, Jerry.
Pinch the phone off me.
All right. Well, okay. Well, as long as you're okay. Well, listen, I'm really chuffed for you, mate. Well done.
Okay.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Ta-ta.
Say bye.
Ta-ta. Say that again.
Say thank you to the staff in the background.
Well, there you go. It's good to have you on board, Jerry, and I'm glad you found us again, mate.
Bye.
Take care. Ta-ta. 0844 499 1000. We'll give you a call back. What are we talking about this evening? Have you ever nearly died abroad? Do we keep the Littlest Hobo or do we ditch it? The show's got meta in week 8, and there's a tribute to the lady who had fries with that, shall we say, in a McDonald's. She was filmed playing with herself, hand down trousers. I think, well, you know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But what pervert was filming it? Surely the story shouldn't be woman plays with herself in McDonald's. The story should be pervert voyeur films women's crotches in fast food restaurants. That's the story. But as a tribute to her, we are asking, weirdest place you've not went out, or to keep it radio friendly, WPYKOO, or if you want to be a little bit vulgar, WPYHAW. Id, open your microphone. Hi. Right, just remind me, when Caddick called in at the start of the show,
yeah,
was he for or against the Littlest Hobo?
He seemed to be, I think he was for it.
Phone him up, please.
Okay.
Could you phone him up, please, Catherine? I need to speak to that guy, because during the break, I was doing a little bit of research, and, I've uncovered something rather interesting. We'll get to that in a moment. Yes, Sherlock?
Oh, I'm on. Hello, how are you guys?
We guys is good. How is you guys?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm a newbie to your station, so go easy on me. I mean, from one station to yourself, so take that as a massive
which
compliment.
Station did you? Let me guess.
Can I say? Also, during the time that you just put me on the commercial,
yes,
you advertised. I think that's probably the best word. A broadcaster, which is from the channel that I used to listen to.
Hang on. Is it this? Hang on a second. Have you come over from this? Hang on. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, no, why is it not working?
Can you do this?
Hang on, I can do this.
You're struggling.
No, I'm not struggling. The computer is struggling. Here we go.
Can you find the button?
No, I've got
He's the biting kid. You've got an autistic kid or two. How can you possibly
that's enough.
focus on?
And have you come over?
Please stop that.
Have you come over?
My ears are bleeding. My ears are bleeding.
Have you come over because of her?
Yes.
Yes, in your face, it backfired. They're panicking, you see, Sherlock. They're panicking. Well, it's good to have you on board.
Of course, I think anybody within their right mind would.
Yes.
I haven't said any names, have I? Any channels, any names?
No.
I think that is disgusting and despicable. Anyway, that's not the reason why I'm calling.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you found us.
It's enough to make me move, my friend.
I'm glad you found us, Sherlock, and I hope you... I mean, this show, Monday to Friday, is pure nonsense, I'm afraid. So if you want any Muslim or immigrant...
You want some nonsense. Well, actually, maybe what I'm going to speak to you... Well, hopefully what I would like to speak to you about is not nonsense.
Go on. Anything, you can talk about anything you want.
Just very quickly picking up on what I heard when I was tuning in, the Cliff Richard thing.
Let's tread carefully, but yes, go
on. I think it's atrocious the way the police did behave. Okay. Anyway, now moving on.
Let's move on, because let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens in the next few weeks.
And the reason for my call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is open forum. I can bring any subject up.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I would like to bring up gay pride.
Okay.
Okay, and I would like to say, as a gay man, I am totally against it.
Boom shakalak. Tell me why, Sherlock.
Do you want a bit of controversiality? You've got me, I tell you.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, well, I'm 37 years old. How old are you? You sound quite young.
How old do you think I am?
Just purely through voice.
Yes.
Can you give me some noises so I can have something to go by?
Oh.
That could be anything, couldn't it? Can you say I bought a hippopotamus?
I bought a
hippopotamus.
hippopotamus. I bought a hippopotamus and it cost me £2.
I'm going to go 42.
Hey, he's spot on. You're spot on for the next month, and then I'm 43. Well done, yes.
Okay. Anyway, so that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It's not bad.
You have to admit that was quite impressive. Anyway, so the point I would like to make is that, gay pride.
Yeah.
So we know fundamentally you have gay pride in London, Manchester. Well, you have them all over, but the main ones are in London, Manchester, Brighton, and so on and so forth. And I think they do more harm than good. Because I feel that 364 days of the year, gay people are striving towards equality, to be accepted, not to be treated any differently. But one day of the year, they want to go out and wave flags, blow whistles, and cause a bit of a scene.
Yeah.
And I think, I actually think it's at the detriment to lesbian or gay or, LGBT in lifestyles.
Why do you think it's detrimental?
Because if I was straight and I was married with my child on the streets of Brighton, happily doing my shopping, and I watched this float go by with people with... have you ever been to one?
No, I've seen the footage, but you're about to say, something, Sherlock.
I'm going to say what I've seen, so it's all.
No, but it's not factual because part of your sentence is based on you
Probably
having.
It's factual if I've seen it.
No. But no, it's not because the start of your sentence is based on you imagining what it's like to be a married heterosexual parent.
You haven't, but you didn't let me finish my sentence.
Well, but you did start with if I were a married man with children.
My sentence.
Well, let's finish the sentence, and let's see how you're going to twist this around.
If I were,
well, hang on a second. You're doing it again.
Hang on, let me finish.
I will do, but I'm gonna. I will do, but it's like Sherlock. Sherlock. I will do, but
I love you dearly. But can you let me finish?
I know we're flirting. I will let you finish, but.
Okay.
But no, Sherlock.
I'm just going to talk.
Well, I'm just going to turn your fader down then. I've got complete control, you bum. Sherlock, I'm going to let you finish, right? I'm going to let you finish. But it would be like me starting a sentence going with, well, listen, if I were gay, right, and I were out with my boyfriend, I would be offended by that. Well, I haven't got a clue what I would feel like if I were gay.
That's not a credible argument at all. Hang on.
But you pretending to be a heterosexual...
That's not even the same way of thinking.
You pretending to be a heterosexual man...
Can I give you my argument was?
Let's hear it.
If you've got anything credible to come back with...
Gosh, wow. I'm going to almost recommend you go back to Hopkins, but carry on.
Oh, what's Hopkins? I don't even know what that is. What I was going to say is that you have a straight couple on the street. You were the straight couple. You were in the straight couple a minute ago. Are you the straight man in this couple or not? Because you were the first time you told me this. No, I'm not.
You were the first.
I'm being devil's advocate.
The first time you started this, you were the straight man in this heterosexual couple. So you're not the straight man in this heterosexual couple.
No, I'm not. I've said that I've never agreed with it.
I think. Have you been drinking tonight?
I've never agreed with it. I've never said that I was playing the straight person.
The first time you started this scenario, you said
You're so controversial.
No, I'm not controversial. Don't be such an idiot. We're having a conversation, you plum.
Controversial where I can't finish.
No, you're going to finish, but you're actually.
I can finish. Okay.
Well, yeah. When I give you permission to, and I do not give you permission. This is called flirting, by the way, guys. I know.
I just know I'm strangely attracted to you.
Of course you are. No, there's nothing strange about it. I'm a good-looking man. You're too young for me. I like daddies. The first time...
I knew you were going to come back with that.
The first time you started this scenario, you were the heterosexual man.
Let's be serious. Let's be sensible about it.
I am.
Okay. Give me your argument, even though you haven't heard my full argument.
Give us the sentence. Give us the sentence. Give us the sentence. Go on.
I've given you my sentence.
Give it again, because I missed it.
Oh, you're so rude. Okay. My parents.
Where's this going? This wasn't the sentence you just started with.
If they were on the street of gay pride...
Now we've gone to your parents.
Well, you're not letting me finish.
For crying out loud, Sherlock. Make your mind up.
And the floats were going by with people wearing leather and gimps
dildos. They're dildos
around them and all these sort of things.
Butt plugs.
That wouldn't give a great perception to the world that don't really know what's going on about. They think that is what the gay world is, and that is why I'm against gay pride. So now let's hear your opinion of gay pride.
I think gay pride served, past tense,
You're struggling now, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
I'm struggling to keep you on. I think gay pride served, past tense, a very important purpose.
To a point. To a year, actually.
When that doesn't make any sense. To a year, that doesn't mean
no,
anything.
it did, because now it's all about commerciality. Now it's
to
about
a year.
No, now it's about selling pints of beer for £3 when you can sell it for a quid.
So you're offended
it's all about marketing now.
You're offended about the commerciality of it, as opposed. I thought you were offended because there were men wearing leather on the back of a float, and you or your mum or whoever the heterosexual was.
I'm engrossed by all of it.
Engrossed? Well, there's a. I didn't say engrossed. There's a Freudian slip.
No, I did.
Okay. I think gay pride served, past tense, a very important role.
Totally agree.
When gay people were
Go on.
Jesus.
Go on.
It was good because there was a lot of bigotry.
Finish your sentence.
I will do. It would never work between us, Sherlock.
You're too old.
You're too short.
You don't know how tall I am.
5'9".
No.
Go on.
11.
So tiny! He's a wee fella! I was 2 inches off. But 2 inches in the homosexual community is very important.
What I say to people is it's basically tits out.
There we go. Well, Sherlock, I enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that?
You're quite confrontational.
And you're not?
I kind of warmed to you a little bit.
Yeah, you'll call again.
Do you think I will?
Oh, I know you'll call again. You want more of this.
Have you enjoyed it?
I've loved it. It's all pantomime. It's all theatre.
You haven't given me your opinion, though.
I think gay pride was really important. I don't know if it's so important these days.
So you agree with me? Shall we high five?
Let's low one.
Shall I love you and leave you?
Nice to talk to you, mate. Speak to you soon. Ta-ta.
Okay, take care.
Thanks, Charlotte. Bye-bye. Paul, wait there. I know you've been waiting for... I'm getting loads of people on Twitter as well saying they've tuned in because of that woman. Stay there, Paul. We'll probably talk to you after the news. Alan?
Hello?
Just like a quick word with you, mate. Is that all right? It's Iain Lee.
What did I do wrong?
Well, OK. So you phoned up to say... What did you just... Remind me what you phoned up to say about the Littlest Hobo.
I said there was a conspiracy on Facebook to get rid of it.
Who started this conspiracy? Do you know?
I can name names.
Name the names, please, Alan.
There's only one person who started this rumor, which I read.
Yep.
It was me.
Yeah, exactly, Caddick. I've gone to the Talk Radio listeners' Facebook page, and it's you. You've posted it. You're a subterfuger. There's a post. Alan Peter Caddick, not the Littlest Hobo again, and then he's written,
Really, that's nice. And I was thinking I was going to hit a fall guy tonight.
So there's not a conspiracy. It's you. You started the conspiracy, you infidel.
I'm not the Osama bin Laden of radio.
I literally not a clue what you said there, Alan.
I'm not the Osama bin Laden of radio.
He's like the Osama bin Laden of radio, and by that it means he was shot 4 years ago by the American military and dumped in the sea. Or at least that's what's going to happen, Alan, when I finally invent a time machine. You're going to be the first person I'm going to get 4 years ago.
What about Wabbanay?
He's the second person, Alan. Ta-ta. Thank you very much indeed. Gosh. Paul?
Hello.
Paul, are you okay can we call you back after the news?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Have you called in to tell us the weirdest place you've not won out?
I also wanted to talk about what would have happened if there was a English children's TV equivalent open in the 90s.
Okay, can we get him on a good line as well? That might be helpful. I'm glad we tested that and it didn't work. We'll speak to Paul. We'll be speaking to you as well if you choose to call in. 0844 499 1000. Now's an excellent time to call. You can also watch on periscope.tv/Iain Lee. I'm now going to turn to the camera and answer some questions.
Talk Radio.
Now's an excellent time to give us a call. 0844 499 1000. We will call you back. So, have you ever nearly been killed abroad? WPYKOO. And Alan Caddick thinks he's a mastermind. He's not. He's a muppet, and he's going to get what's coming to him. He wants to get rid of the Littlest Hobo. I say no, sir. We keep the tune. Give us a call. Let us know your vote. We'll speak after the news on Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
To kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine, I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I've taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teague's, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
There we go. Right, Paul. Paul's back. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Hello, Paul.
Well, I was phoning to chat to you that had there been a, which is 90s British Kids TV equivalent to Oprah.
Say that again. Oh, you sent me an email. I'm surprised there has never been a British kids TV answer to Oprah. Is that what you? Yeah, was that what you sent to me?
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's never been a British kids TV answer to Oprah. Why right? First of all, a British version of Oprah, but then a British kids version of Oprah.
The man who would have done it is Tommy Boyd.
Tommy Boyd, yeah, Tommy Boyd would have been good. I like a bit of Tommy Boyd. He's good. I wonder what happened to that guy.
I wonder the show would have been aired on the long gone kids TV channel TCC. Do you remember the channel called TCC?
TVC.
TCC.
TCC. No, not Cartoon Network. What was I don't remember TCC.
The children's channel.
Well, what was that like on Sky or on cable or something?
In the 90s, it got merged with Trouble.
I don't remember. In the 90s, I was in my 20s, so I wasn't watching that much kids TV. All right, Paul. Listen, you're a hotshot producer, and I'm running the revamped TCC. Sell the program to me, Paul.
Well, I would like to invite TCC to come back one day.
Yeah. Tommy Boyd's hosting it. Okay, Paul, I like the idea. Tommy Boyd hosting a British kids version of Oprah. What am I going to see in the show, Paul? I'm going to turn it on. What do I see?
We'll have guests on advice on bullying.
Yeah.
On tackle bullying issues.
Yep, I like it.
It will tackle the drug trouble the kid's face.
Yeah. This sounds like a proper full-on show. I'd watch that.
That would have been good in the 90s.
But not would it be any good now, or do you think we've kind of moved past that, Paul?
Had it been not successful, then it would cause controversy. Yeah. We get complaints. The song would have turned down, and the magic the show would have lost sparkle. Then TC would have cancelled it.
You're brilliant. I love that, Paul. I think it's such a good idea, mate. You've done brilliantly there. But I love the way that you've worked out the entire career trajectory of this show. That someone would have complained, it would have lost its sparkle, and then it would have got pulled.
Well, I was watching the episode of Blockbusters on Challenge last week.
Yeah.
And the contestant was wearing a skimpy T-shirt.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Do you know what? That inspired me that when I'm still in college.
Yeah.
I'll be leaving college at the end of June.
Beautiful.
I will get a TV training at the organisation called Mammoth Youth Project.
The what project?
Mammoth Youth Project is a youth media TV training organisation in London.
Hey, brilliant.
My idea is create a children's sitcom that will star me as I'm 23. I want to start create a sitcom that will start me as a 30-year-old bodybuilder called Dylan, and somebody who will be at the similar age that will be.
Hang on a minute. This is Paul. Let me interrupt. I like this, right? You got some brilliant ideas, man. You've got a lot of better ideas than a lot of the people that work in TV. So you're 23 now, did you say, Paul?
Yeah.
And you want to play a 30-year-old bodybuilder called Dylan.
And there will be a 11-year-old character who will have a character will be. A white guy will be 11-year-old skinny bodybuilder called Craig.
11-year-old white bodybuilder called Craig.
A 30-year-old, a 30-year-old, 11-year-old skinny bodybuilder called Craig. I'll be
skinny, right?
A 30-year-old skinny black bodybuilder called Dylan.
Right, yeah.
It will be called the Dylan Craig Show. It will start here. And humour, and wear nappy, jewelry, and poo.
Listen, mate, it sounds brilliant. I know how difficult it is to get a TV show made. I'd watch the Dylan and Craig show.
What would their pants be?
What would their pants be?
Would their pants be funny? The wear nappy, jewelry, and poo. Would their pants be funny?
The pants are always funny, man. You can't go wrong with funny pants. Paul, listen, I wish you the best of luck, mate. Will you keep in touch and let us know how things go?
Yeah, and by the way, do you remember the channel called Live TV?
Live TV? I was on Live TV, mate. I was on there.
The channel Live TV?
Yeah, I was on there.
They never made the trick of having the kids similar to children's BBC and CITV called C Live TV. I'm surprised they never missed the trick of creating a kids stand to rival.
But Live TV was kind of quite naughty, wasn't it? It was quite a naughty channel.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't have room. I guess they didn't have room for family-oriented content like kids shows.
No, they wanted to have. I remember they had some very rude programs on there, including topless darts. And
Youth Bunny.
Yeah, the news button. I used to go on a program called Stand Up Live. Did you ever see that, where people like stand-up comedians?
I know when Live TV came out for a few years on Sky.
Yeah.
Well, I would have liked Danny Baker to host the Gerald type show.
Yeah.
So it would be on Sky One.
Yeah. Do you like Danny Baker?
I would like him to host the Gerald type chat show.
Yeah.
On Sky One.
Yeah.
What could go on of Ellen's inspired Danny Baker chat show? What will be on the show?
What would be on there? Well, I would I've seen, because Danny Baker used to have a chat show years ago on the BBC, and I would like to see him interviewing. I'd like to see him interviewing. Do you know what a contortionist is, Paul?
Yeah.
You know, the people that can bend themselves up and put themselves in little boxes. I would like to see someone put themselves in a tiny box and then Danny Baker interview them while they're in a box.
It'd be daytime.
You could have. I think you could have contortionism in the daytime.
It would be daytime at 5 o'clock.
Oh, well, maybe it would be inappropriate. Do you want to talk about like issues and things then?
It'd be more like Ellen show at the daytime.
Okay, yeah, I'd see. Hey, Danny Baker's coming on this show, hopefully, if he ever replies to his emails.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Hey, Paul, listen, is this the first time you've listened to us?
I phoned in.
Yeah.
I've been on TV. I've been on Nickelodeon.
Oh, hey, fantastic. What were you doing? What were you doing on I could talk to you all night, fellow. Better than most of the other calls we get. What did you do on Nickelodeon?
I was in the audience say hi to viewers. I'm lucky to be playing part of the live walk-up. It's shame Nickelodeon, like all kids pro sports channels.
Yeah.
Drop all the live presenters, all showing back-to-back promos. The only channel having presenters with CBBC.
Well, Paul, listen, can I just say, you haven't called me, we haven't spoken before, have we, on the radio?
This is the first time I've spoken on the radio.
Well, listen, mate, you've got a gold pass. Anytime you call in, you jump straight to the queue on this show, okay?
Well, we remember that, it was again, we went on the, remember, I was
Go on. Do I remember what, sorry?
Well, Milsom.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a breakdown in 2010.
You had a breakdown?
So Michael Jackson death made me want to have a breakdown.
Ah, yeah, it was a tough time for a lot of people, that, wasn't it, when Jackson died?
Made me want, he gave me advice, and now I'm fully recovered. And in 2012, Bob Holness died.
Bob Holness died?
In 2010.
The guy from Blockbusters?
He died more than a month later.
Yeah.
The singer Whitney Houston died.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston died.
Yeah, it was sad, wasn't it? It was drugs, wasn't it, Whitney Houston, I think, if I remember correctly. Died in the bath, didn't she? Horrible way to go.
Well,
I can't tell if you're laughing or crying, Paul.
I watched. Did you remember the channel called Granada Plus?
Yeah, I remember Granada Plus. It used to be Granada Men and Motors, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Paul, listen, I'm going to move on because I've got to take a break, right? So I'm going to let you go, but thank you so much for calling in, won't you? And call in again.
Bye-bye.
Take care, mate. Ta-ta. I enjoyed that. I couldn't work out if he was laughing or crying at Whitney Houston there. It was an emotion. Either way. Thank you, Paul. I enjoyed that. 0844 499 1000. Oh, what a shame, Jazz, who texted in when I was speaking to Paul. I accidentally blocked your text forever. Yeah, go and listen back to LBC. You and Hopkins deserve each other. You and Hopkins deserve each other, you potty-mouthed troll. I'm just having, someone's just tweeted me, right? Was that the Paul Akinbola you spoke to? Yeah, it was. But who is Paul Akinbola? I'm Googling him now. I'm trying to find out some more about him. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Paul. That's a really good call, mate. You're welcome on any time. Give that guy a gold pass. He can jump to the front of the queue. Kyle's on the line. Yes, Kyle.
Evening, you okay?
I'm all right, Carl. Jazz has put a slight little bit of sour milk into my tea of human kindness, but luckily the cup of tea is big enough that the soured milk has dissolved, and I can barely taste it. All I can taste is sweet human juice. No, that doesn't sound right at all, does it? No. What you got for us?
Well, I was asking you, I didn't know whether Kath was in the studio as well. I was just wondering whether you could give me some sort of parenting advice.
What, have you got kids?
Well, no, I haven't.
Well, then what do you want? Then I'm not going to waste my... By the way, can I just ask you? WPYKOO.
Do you know, I can't remember what the acronym... I know, obviously, with the story you're referring to.
All right, then WPYHAW. Either way, just tell us.
What, I've ever... No, it's certainly not in a McDonald's, because I love their burgers.
What? Maybe this woman loved their burgers so much that she wanted to... she fancied a kebab at the same time. I don't know how much I can get away with here!
That's probably all right. Anyway, can I ask my advice?
You want chili sauce with that?
Yeah.
No, I'll have mayonnaise. Yes, go on.
Right, so, anyway, no, I'm not a dad. However, my brother has got kids, and one of them, it was like, you know, I might have to take her out, entertain her, send it to the shops some fags or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't want parenting advice, then?
Well, I do.
No, you don't. You want uncling advice.
Oh, okay.
And I can give you... I'm an uncle. I can give you uncling advice as well.
Okay, that's cool.
What do you want to know?
Well, like, where can I take her and stuff, and what would she enjoy doing, and...
Soft play?
She's only 4 hours old.
Oh, 4 hours old? Well, then, for crying out loud, don't do anything. You don't do anything. All you do is you sniff the back of their necks and their poo.
That's a bit creepy.
No, it's perfect. It's perfectly acceptable to do that.
I think my brother would lamp me one if I tried that, Ian.
Oh no, listen. Honestly, if only they could find a legal way of bottling the smell of babies' necks. I've just found Paul Akimbola's YouTube channel.
Okay.
I'm tempted to have He's made little films. He's got loads of little films on there. Oh, good for him. That's my future is gonna be. That's tomorrow. I'm watching the Paul Akimbola channel. There we go. I enjoyed that. Yes, but unfortunately it's illegal to farm babies for their back of the neck smell, I'm afraid, Carl. It simply is not. It is frowned upon in this country.
Well, can I just say, sorry, right, and again, I don't want you hating me, and I don't want all Twitter people hating me. I've had a bit of that.
Screw those losers.
Right, so the guy that was just on...
Yeah, Paul Akimbola.
Yeah, I thought he was really good, but at the very end...
Yeah.
I couldn't work out if it was like a parody type thing.
No, I think he was genuine. Yeah, he was absolutely 100% genuine. Yeah.
I feel bad for even saying that now. Sorry.
No, because we're in this. No, don't feel bad. The thought crossed my mind. The thoughts are always crossing my mind. Is this person genuine or a put on? And I am erring on the side of everybody's genuine. No, I think he was genuine. Don't feel bad for considering that. It's what it's all about. And can I just say again, you're hinting at the prank call there, Kyle. Katie Hopkins is on LBC right now, right?
Okay.
Do not, no. Under no circumstances whatsoever call 0345 6060973 and prank call her.
Can you
mention this? Hang on a minute. I'm just giving very specific instructions. Sorry. Do not call 0345 6060973. Do not prank call her. Do not Pradeep her or mention this show and then send me a recording. Do not do that. Okay, guys. That will be. I would not like that at all.
Well, I was going to say just to be absolutely clear that I don't prank call her. What's that number again?
The number not to call is 0345 6060973.
Okay, and then obviously you would hate it being sent. I don't know.
I would absolutely hate it, Carl. So we'll have none of that nonsense. Craig's on the line. Yes, Craig.
First of all, keep Littlest Hobo.
Well, that sounds like an instruction. That's so far it's only Alan Caddick that's against the flipping Littlest Hobo. He's a right stirrer, isn't he? He's a stirrer.
Yeah, he's entertainment though.
Well, I mean, is he actual entertainment?
Well, yeah, he's quite funny. Everything I don't think he's had a bad call, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, fine, okay.
It's the most relaxing intro to a show ever.
I'm reading Twitter now. I'm not really listening to you.
All right. I was going to talk about the outrage about, I sent you a link to the Nazi pug dog. Have you seen that yet?
Oh, no, I haven't. Where did you send that? To my email?
No, to your Twitter.
Oh, no, I've not seen it, but I've not seen what you sent me, but I've seen this in the papers. This is the best story in, the world. I've got it here. Nazi dog, right?
I'm fuming about it.
Why?
Because the police have arrested this guy.
Let me read the story for those who don't know the story, Craig. And we've got to preface every call you make with "You have been scientifically proven to be a racist."
Oh yeah.
You've been scientifically using the latest computer technology from America to be a massive racist.
Yeah, I see nothing wrong in what he's done.
And the thing is, right, the front page of the Star, right? The front page of the Star is brilliant. It's so misleading. Picture of Ross Kemp, EastEnders star in Secret Son shock. Oh, then you read the story. Soap legend Ross Kemp will come face to face with his secret son in an EastEnders blood. So it's the front page of the Star, right?
Yeah.
And this story should be the front page of all the newspapers, right? It's on page 20 of the Mirror. It's hidden away. Why don't they want us to know about it, right? Yob arrested for making his dog do Nazi salute. Now, a thug whose vile footage of a dog doing a Nazi salute went viral online has been arrested. Now, I don't like the Nazi... What? The Nazi salute... I've got to tread so carefully these days. Of all the salutes, right, it's one of the most powerful salutes. I think it's a powerful salute. The other... let's do... No, let's not do a top 5 of powerful salutes. But it's up there with the Black Power salute, which is the right arm raised, clenched fist. It's that, but just a little bit different. It's certainly more powerful than the British salute, Craig, of the flat hand touching the forehead at an angle. Right?
It made the Americans change it, because they used to do the Nazi salute in schools with the Pledge of Allegiance. Then after World War I, they had to change it to what they do now. I think they hold their chest like the British salute for the schools.
I will have to investigate that. That rings a distant Nazi bell.
Yeah.
Marcus Meechan, 28, got 1 million hits for the video clip showing his girlfriend's pug Buddha. And here we go. This is where it gets unpleasant. Responding to sickening anti-Semitic phrases. And this is where the story kind of twists a bit. He didn't get arrested because his dog was doing a Nazi salute. He got arrested because he's a twit. In the film lasting more than 2 minutes, the 2-year-old pet watched Hitler speeches, lifted its paw on hearing the word Sieg Heil, and jumped at some thoroughly unpleasant words. Call centre worker Meechan of Coatbridge near Glasgow was arrested on suspicion of hate crime and held in custody. He was later released and a report sent to the prosecutor. After his arrest, he apologised and said he only made the video to annoy his 28-year-old girlfriend Suzanne. He said, he's Scottish. Oh, okay, I'm a wee lassie from Kilmarnock. I'm not a racist. Everybody's actually going to think I hate Jews now, but I don't at all.
Good Scotch accent.
Thank you. Here's an interesting name for the police officer investigating it, and I know how it's pronounced, but it's his name is David Cockburn. They pronounce it Coburn, don't they? It's spelt Cockburn. I'm going to call you Cockburn. Said from Glasgow, the clip is deeply offensive. The arrest should serve as a warning to anyone posting such material online. From Glasgow, the such views will not be tolerated. So, and there is a picture of his dog doing a Nazi salute. It's a very, very strange... It's a strange thing, isn't it? You're furious with it, Craig. Why, as Britain's leading racist, are you so furious?
Are you sick of the overhype? The police get involved, the arrest... That went back to that Robin Hood airport thing, didn't it? Where the guy said he was going to bomb the airport.
Yeah. You got mail.
And, that got dismissed.
Yeah.
And then there's been online abuse. I mean, that diver had something said about his dad, didn't he? And the guy got done for that.
Tom Daly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's a public forum and people...
You got mail. Yes.
I know. There are people following me on Twitter because of this now.
Well, don't get carried away.
Famous I am.
Yeah.
No, but
it don't last, Craig. It don't last.
No. But, if it was a YouTube video. He says in it he's not a racist, it's just for the giggle. that he's doing on his girlfriend.
Well, but there's giggles and there's giggles, and he's, I'm going to read the phrase out that I deliberately chose not to read, right?
Yeah.
The dog watched Hitler speeches, lifted its paw on hearing the word Sieg Heil, and jumped at the words "gas the Jews." Now, that is all of that is thoroughly unpleasant, and that's putting it mildly.
Yeah, but in the context of the video, it's so funny.
Well, now, hang on a minute, Craig. Hang on a minute, right? How can any... Have you seen the video?
Yes.
Right. How can any video that contains the phrase "gas the Jews"...
Because it's a pug.
But how can that be funny?
Oh, how many films have jokes about the Nazis in them?
No, yeah, but how many films put jokes around the phrase... Nazis are funny, right? Nazis are funny. They're the bogeymen, right? So they were for a long, long time. Not so much now. We've got new bogeymen. We've got, Islamic terrorists and things like that. But for a long time they were. And so to overcome our fear, and we made jokes about them. Dad's Army and Hello, and the Mel Brooks film, The Producers, and Springtime for Hitler, and all of that stuff, right? But they don't make jokes in any of those things around the phrase "gas the Jews."
It's a very horrible expression. It's an unfortunate expression.
Well, it's not unfortunate. It's more than unfortunate.
But the dog doesn't know what it means.
No, but you... I've got it. You do, though, Craig. You know all the baggage and all the weight that comes with that phrase.
I wind up my daughter by saying inappropriate stuff. Just for,
For example, how old's your daughter?
15.
Right, what do you say to her that's inappropriate? For a laugh.
Well, I wouldn't say it out loud to you, because it would sound terrible, but it's funny.
For example?
I always say, is it because I'm black, from Ali G?
Right, that's
obviously I'm not black.
Well, neither was he. That was the joke.
Yeah, but I'll do it in every situation. She'll like ask for a cake or something.
Dad jokes. That's okay. I mean, that's okay.
And things about on that sort of thing.
Go on. I feel you're holding back.
Yeah. Well, I won't use the M word, obviously.
But would you use that with your daughter?
No.
Okay.
Because that's like a step too far in this society, isn't it?
So the N word is a step too far.
Yeah.
But gas the Jews is all right for giggles.
Well, I don't think it's an arrestable thing, is it?
It's hate speech, isn't it? It's hate speech, and it's a hate speech and incitement to violence is illegal.
But you obviously, I've heard you speak about Jerry Shadowitz.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get arrested for that on stage.
I haven't seen Jerry Sadowitz for a long time. I don't think he doesn't say "gas the Jews" though.
Oh, he's done worse than that on stage.
I've not seen him for about 15 years, so I know that he gets very near the mark, and lots of members of the audience get up and walk out. But I don't think he doesn't say "gas the Jews." I can't even put into words how unspeakably distasteful that phrase is, and for anyone to be using it for comedy, that's not right, is it?
You either laugh at everything or you laugh at nothing.
Or you laugh at the funny stuff, and the stuff that's offensive, you go, "Oh, no, that's not very nice."
Yeah, but lots of comedians do paedophile jokes. Paedophilia, obviously disgusting, but
it's obviously disgusting.
I like to back off from many paedophiles that are listening. Don't. But it can be funny.
Listen, I'm going to let you go, Craig. 'Cause I don't think you've done yourself any favours tonight.
I'm just annoyed that the police got involved. In the context of the video, and him saying it's just for laughs.
Okay.
It's funny and it's not arrestable. And
but hate, and I'm really late for a break, and I know I'm late for a break.
Yeah,
but hate speech is an arrestable offence. I mean, the dog doing the Nazi salute.
It's implication, isn't it? He didn't do it to be and if he met a Jew, he wouldn't do that joke in front of them.
No, but it's
to wind his girlfriend up.
Yeah, but it's if that's what you're having to reach to whine. I tell you what, Craig, I'm going to put it out there, Craig. I suspect you may be a lone voice in the racist wilderness. 0844 499 1000. 0844 499 1000. We'll stay there. Going to come to you in a second. Yes, Happy Tree.
That was an interesting call, wasn't it?
It was a call. He's now gone back on. If you want to discuss it with Craig, he's on periscope.tv/Iain Lee. He's on there. You can go and have a little chat with him, guys.
Nah, you're all right, man.
What you got for us?
I'm phoning up to help the children of the world.
Good.
The children of the world who want to phone in and do audio on your show, because it's difficult to get levels right, and
yes.
And I know that you say that oftentimes it's to do with speakerphone and stuff like that.
Well, sometimes speakerphone doesn't work. When if you're playing a continuous bit of audio, it doesn't work because I will talk over it, and if I talk over it, it mutes the phone.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to test playing the guitar without speakerphone.
Yeah.
But obviously I'll be flying blind. So once I start, I'll have to just go, and then when I see it's cut off, then I know that that's it done.
Okay. Could be.
Do you have to hand, or have you learned already, the words to the Monkey song "She Makes Me Smile"?
Can I just say something, by the way? I heard the entire Monkeys album today.
Ooh, and your thoughts?
The track co-written by Noel Gallagher and Paul Weller is two men I don't really have much time for. Is a psychedelic masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece.
The whole album's shaping up to be, well, you would know, but it's from what I've heard, the dribs and drabs that have come through the pipeline, it's looking a good one.
It's a treat. There's a couple of stinkers on there, but honestly, Birth of an Accidental Hipster is, man, what a song. It would not be out of place on Revolver. It's a treat. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Right, carry on.
Yeah. So do you know the words to She Makes Me Smile already?
No.
Or do you want to look them up?
No, I'm not in a singing kind of mood today. Particularly after that last call.
Okay.
It's kind of killed the singing vibe.
Killed the vibe. Oh well, another time then. So well, have a good show and.
Oh no, play the guitar. Let's have a go. Go on.
Okay, we'll do a sound check then. So what I'll do is I'll put the phone down, and then I'll just have to play, and then I'll have to listen back and see.
Okay.
Make your comment afterwards and see how it went.
All
okay, I'll just put the phone down.
Go. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm hands sore from holding the phone for half an hour.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay.
Here we go. See, that doesn't sound... Here we go, all right. There, you see, then I talk over it and it goes. I don't know the tune well enough to do it. She makes me laugh. She makes me cry. And I could hang out with her all day. It doesn't work, but never mind. Thank you very much indeed. 0844 499 1000. We're going to do call straight to air at midnight. There's still plenty of time if you want to call up. You're more than welcome to. Yes, Will.
Hi, Ian. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you, boss. I've just realised I've made a terrible mistake. I thought I was going to see Brian Wilson this weekend with my boy. It's the weekend after. I've made a terrible faux pas, and I've told him it's this.
Can I make another faux pas? Who's Brian Wilson? I don't even know.
What the heck? What the?
I'm really sorry, man. He's not on my radar.
What the bloody hell are these idiots phoning this show for? What the hell? I thought...
We were talking about Peter Simon or Andy Hodgson, then maybe I'd know, but...
Who the hell is Brian Wilson? He's only the closest thing we've got to God on this planet.
Oh, right, okay.
Anyway, it's
yeah, it probably wouldn't interest me.
It's the 21st. I've just checked. I'm busy on the 21st. I've got Brian Wilson, and not this weekend, which is annoying. I'll have to break it to my son. Anyway, Will, I tell you what. Let's have a quick break, and we'll come back to you after this. Right, Will, we're back. We're back in the New York groove. 0844
we can talk again now.
499 1000. We can talk again if anyone wants to call up.
Those are some good adverts. I enjoyed the adverts.
Thank you. They feed my children, so I love them as well. We've got 18 minutes before call straight to air. If you want to call us, now's an excellent time. Yes, Will.
Yeah, no, I was just calling. Well, I'm having a bit of a strange evening, really. I was about to go to sleep.
You and me both.
I'm the administrator of an online chat room. They still exist.
Wow.
Somebody writes in that Paul Akinbola is on the radio, and I'm thinking, surely not. So nobody's let them on air, have they? And it turns out you did. You let Paul Akinbola on air.
Well, who's Paul Akinbola, though?
Who is Paul Akinbola? That's a very good question. He's quite well known in a certain community. The chat room I run is a spin-off of a spin-off of a forum which mostly discusses television,
right?
But not television like the programs so much as kind of the idents before the programs.
Okay, yes.
So that's quite specialist, isn't it? It's quite a bit niche.
Yeah.
But, test cards and stuff like that come up.
Like the globe, the old BBC one with the gold globe rolling across.
There's a lot of love for the globe, and all the various ITV identities, yeah. But anyway, I could spend all night discussing that, but I won't. He's quite well known on there for I've never actually seen his posts on that particular forum, but anyway. One day, this new user joins my chat room. It's always great when a new user joins in. His name was TCC Freak 2, and TCC. Do you know what TCC is?
It's a channel.
Yeah, the last C stands for channel. The other letters stand for the children's.
Yeah. So he mentioned TCC. Yeah,
he does that quite a bit. He has a lot of program ideas which are very focused on TCC, which is a children's channel which was axed in 1997 or 8.
He mentioned some of the ideas to me, and I thought they were excellent.
Yeah, sadly I missed some of them. Is there like a listen again or something where I can listen back?
My worry is, Will.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the call.
Mm-hmm.
My worry is, and hopefully you'll correct me, that this call is a little bit mean-spirited.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, go on, then I apologise.
The boy's lovely.
I apologise then.
I mean, he has been banned from the chat room, but that's just because he has literally reams and reams and reams of these ideas, which are all really spurious kind of combinations of TV companies, which are all merged into his fictional TV company and stuff. He's been banned just because we got bored of reading these ideas over and over again.
That sounds a little bit mean-spirited.
Well, he's welcome back at a later date, maybe. But I was just basically giving you a heads up on that gold pass. I think it starts all high, then goes all low. That's my experience, anyway.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and he's welcome to call any time he wants.
Yeah, no. Well, I look forward to hearing those ideas again.
It feels.
You might want to be helpful.
Will, have you ever spoken to him?
Well, yeah.
I mean, but have you ever actually spoken to him on the with his voice and stuff? Right.
No, that's the first time I'd heard his voice.
Right. So you're aware? Were you aware that he's? And I'm treading so delicately that. Were you aware that he is perhaps not as functional as you and I are?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, right. And I get that.
So you see why it feels a little bit... And listen, you ban him from your chat room, it's absolutely nothing to do with me whatsoever. But you can see why, by phoning up... it feels like to kind of grass him up or something. It feels a little bit mean-spirited and a bit easy. It feels a bit easy.
No. I was just wanting to give you a quick warning, because there was another reason why he was banned, basically, which.
Well, I don't want to know about that.
Ideas were just a little bit weird. That's all.
I appreciate you've got your reasons for banning him. I take people on face value. I thoroughly enjoyed his call, and I haven't got a problem with him calling. And I just
No. I wasn't ringing to criticise you for taking his call. I was just, it was slightly alarming. That's all.
Alarming?
Yeah.
Why alarming?
I don't know. I was just thinking, oh gosh, all sorts of radio laws are probably about to be broken.
Well, no, leave that. Listen, I've never had an Ofcom complaint upheld. I know what I'm doing.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult you, Ian. Not at all. No, I like you a lot, Ian. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come across this way. I've liked you always. I liked you back on Rise. I liked you. I've always liked you.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot. Ta-ta. It just felt. Anyone else? Just felt a little bit. Listen, I'll be me, Kath, and Ed. Right, will be the judges as to who gets on the show, who stays on the show, and who we don't have on the show anymore. Right, that's our job. I appreciate. Will, you have my best interest at heart, but also, I've got 14-second delay, double dump. I've never had an Ofcom upheld. I don't think. Someone will now go and research and find I probably have had one. I don't think I've ever had an Ofcom upheld in 15 years of broadcasting on the radio and shed loads of Ofcom complaints. So any rules that will be broken, that's down to me, and it won't happen. And I don't know, Will. It just felt a little bit mean. It just felt a little bit mean to phone up. But if I've misjudged you, then I apologise, man. And not at all. 0844 499 1000. Ben's on the line. Yes, Ben.
Oh, hello, Ian, mate. You all right?
All right. Weird 30 minutes of the show we've had so far. It's left me feeling a little bit discombobulated.
I was just calling up because I was in a really good mood, and I've just found you again as well.
Oh, and I've killed it. I've killed the mood, have I?
No, you made it better.
Hey!
I didn't know you was back on the radio.
We've been Talk Radio. I've been going for about 8. This is the 8th week now. How did you find me tonight?
I was looking online because I was wondering what you were up to, and I see that you were back on the radio.
Oh, what? Look, this evening you just Googled my name to see what will come up. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's not because you were bored of Katie Hopkins on LBC, is it?
No.
Okay.
I've been crying with tears of joy because I was watching West Ham earlier.
Oh, right, all right, yeah, football.
Yeah,
their last game at their football pitch.
Yeah, it was, and we were losing 2-1, and we ended up winning 3-2, and I let my boy start to watch it as a special mate.
How old's your boy?
He's only 7.
Here's the thing, right, Ben. I've got kids, right, and there's 2 boys, 6 and 4, and I don't like football. I hate football, right? I've been to one football match. I went to Luton versus Millwall, and it was awful. I hated it. But so my boys aren't in a football environment, okay? But they've got friends whose dads, support Chelsea and Arsenal and all of this stuff. And so they'll start, occasionally they'll talk about football, and I'll say, I don't know what you're talking about. Shall we go and listen to the Beach Boys? And I keep saying to them, look, if you ever want to go to a football match, I will happily take you to a football match. But I haven't got a clue about it. How do I help them choose a team if they want to find a team?
Local teams are good. I mean, where are you you got any big clubs near you?
Well, we live near London, so yeah, all the good ones.
Yeah. I'd recommend West Ham then, probably.
Well,
not being biased.
Not being biased or nothing, I'll go for them. Well, I'm glad you found us. You found it, Ben. When did you used to listen to me on Absolute or something?
No. I used to listen to you on Three Counters.
Oh, flipping
it, mate, that you left that because
me too, mate.
I listen to you every morning in the van, and now there's no one funny on the radio no more. It's depressing.
Ben, you weren't a tenth as gutted as I was, mate, when they stitched me up. But these things happen. Is
Kath back with you as well?
Kath is here. Yeah. She's out in the other room. We'll get her in after midnight if you keep listening. She'll come in after midnight. She's out in the other room putting the podcast together. There's a daily podcast.
You two are brilliant together.
She's good. I managed to bring her over. We both left in disgrace. Ben, I'm really pleased you found me, mate, and thanks for getting in touch.
No, brilliant. Keep it up, mate.
Cheers, fella. Take care. Ta-ta. Well, there we go. You see, it can all. No, William, it's all cool. William has sent me a message on the old. What do they call it? The old Facebook. That's no, they don't call it. They call it Twitter. It's all groovy, man. It's all groovy. 0844 499 1000. We've got another 5 minutes. We're busy tonight on the phones. Funny, quiet last night, busy tonight. Can never tell. We've not talked about any of the things we were going to talk about. We've not asked the weirdest place you've knocked one out, or if you've nearly been killed abroad. You can give us a call now if you want. 0844 499 1000. After midnight, things change ever so slightly. If you call up now, you'll speak to Id, and he will take your name and number, and he will call you back almost immediately. Well, immediately, because you've got no other calls lined up for the next 5 minutes. So you'll get straight on, and it won't cost you that much. After midnight, we do things a little bit differently, and as far as I'm aware, it's not an original idea. I did it years ago, and I nicked it from Tommy Boyd, and Clive Bull did it, and all of this, taking calls straight to air. Bob's Tea Break, it used to be called on Clive Bull's show. But I don't think there's anybody doing it on the radio in this country at the moment, right? So the way it works after midnight is I will sit here and we'll talk about stuff. I don't know. Remind me to ask you about sit-ups. Need to ask you about sit-ups. And you call in, and Id or Catherine won't answer your phone call. I will. And if you hear my voice, it means you're straight on air. No, we don't call you back after midnight. There's none of that. But you will get straight on air. So, you know, but if you want to book a call now, I say book a call. You've got 4 minutes before the break, you slackers. Come on, what the hell is going on with you guys? 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number. Oh, look, speaking of Nazi dogs, there's a story we did the other week, right? We need to get the fella from that cat charity on, and I've forgotten the name of the cat charity. We'll get them back on, because it's in The Sun, the cat killer. The Croydon Cat Ripper spree has gone countrywide. We've talked about this. Exclusive by Matt Quinton. Exclusive my backside. Sickening serial murders of cats, which began in South London, have become a national epidemic, with up to 100 pets around the country now thought to have been slain. This is a really horrible story, right? It's a really nasty story. And I cannot for the life of me remember the gentleman's name. I want to say Tony or Toby, but I could be completely wrong on that. There's definitely letters in it. That much I can guarantee. And he was kind of the guy that's sort of behind catching this guy. Is kind of running the campaign to catch the guy that's doing this. The killing spree started last summer, was once attributed to the Croydon Cat Ripper. Deaths are now reported as far afield as the Midlands, the South Coast and Gloucestershire. And I'm going to read some of what he does, right, because it's horrible. It's flipping horrible. The killer's trademark, is to capture and execute the animals before dumping... I need to get... This music isn't really appropriate. This is more appropriate. The killer's trademark is to capture and execute the animals before dumping their bodies near the family home to be discovered by horrified owners, often with the head and tail removed and taken as trophies. That is messed up, isn't it? Flippin' heck. Experts believe, as time goes on, the attacker has needed to kill more often. To sate. That's an unusual... Sate isn't... You don't see sate too often these days, do you? To sate his twisted desires, and is looking further afield for prey. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? There's someone out there doing... I know it's supposed to be like a fun, light-hearted show. We'll have a laugh after midnight. Bear with me, yeah? I've got a cat, you see. And so I'd find this atrocious anyway. But having a cat... Oh, my poor little girl. Even more chillingly, it's been suggested one initial high-profile case may have sparked a wave of copycat slayers as the Ripper's twisted followers emulate their hero. I don't know. I don't know if I buy into that there's copycats. It's some nut job is driving around and is being very, very naughty indeed and thoroughly unpleasant. After midnight, we can carry on talking about the stuff we've talked about. If you've ever nearly been killed abroad, I was nearly stoned to death by the Chinese in Beijing. I mean, no stones were thrown, but we had to leave Beijing in an armoured vehicle and fly back to Hong Kong as quickly as possible. We had to do that. WPYKOO or WPYHAW, whichever suits you best. And, well, we're having a vote about do we keep the Littlest Hobo or not. Everybody has come down in favour of it, apart from one person. That person is Alan James Caddick. Sir Alan Stephen Caddick, who phoned up as an infiltrator and tried to stir the SH1T. Caddick, I've got your number, literally.
Talk Radio.
Man alive, we've got another hour of this nonsense. This is Iain Lee, this is Talk Radio. This is unlike any other radio show on the radio at the moment. And some may say, well, yeah, good, I can see why. Can blooming well see why. We'll take calls straight to air after midnight. I will sit here. It's kind of even more relaxed than the first 2 hours. If you're new to it, have a listen. You might want to join in. Don't call in until after the news. Speak to you after this.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can stay for long, just turn around. Tomorrow, I wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving out.
Very nice acoustic version there. Hello? Ian? Is anybody there? 8444991 phone. We take calls straight to air.
Hi, Alan.
Hello, who's that?
It is Gatford, Alan. How you doing, mate?
I love that, mate. Did you like my acoustic version of the Littlest Hobo?
No.
I kind of liked it. It's so mellow for the time of day. Tuesday night creeping into Wednesday morning. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Is anybody there?
I don't know, it's just the two of us.
Well, Ian, I was just going to point out that Moving On song that they just played is great for this time of the night because I'm just beginning to wake up.
Yeah, it's so mellow. It's all thing you need to wake yourself up with.
No, it's just one of those things. I'm a night owl, and that song, Moving On, was great. And I was going to thank Ian for playing it, or allowed it to be played. But he's probably gone to sleep himself now.
Hang on. Well, thank you for your call. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Goodbye.
Line 3, you're on the wireless. We take calls straight to air. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Is anyone on line 2?
Oh, hello, it's Alan Caddick from Birmingham.
What do you want to talk about, Alan?
I'd like to talk about the Littlest Hobo and how rubbish it is, and I want it replaced with the theme tune from Thunderbird.
Are you part of a conspiracy that was on Facebook earlier?
I am part of the Illuminati, yes.
Well, thank you and goodbye. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, it's Alan from Birmingham again.
No, you're not. You're leaving.
I'm on all the lines. That's the conspiracy. Line 4, you're on the wireless. Yeah, it's still me, Alan from Birmingham.
It's been 10 years since I was on the BBC, and I want to talk about the Littlest Hobo. I love the both versions, but I want to get me, maybe tomorrow, released as a single. And I will have it promoted on BBC Three. Thank you. Night, everybody. Night.
Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Alan Caddick, he's the man who hates the theme song.
This is the show I would be listening to if I were at home now. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, mate.
Roger Moore here.
Jeez.
How are you, Ian?
I think my Roger Moore is better than yours.
I don't... What about this, then? Ching ching and bottoms up.
Well, I still think that my Roger Moore, and I've
Never done Roger Moore before now is better than your Roger Moore. I've never done it before!
I feel all right, bumhole now. Goodbye.
Ta-ta, thank you very much indeed. No. I've never done a Roger Moore before. That was good, wasn't it? That was good. Thank you. What a delightful 13 minutes of radio. This is how this hour works. I love it. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. And that's what makes 12 till 1, Mondays to Fridays, even more fun, because it might be rubbish. No one might phone in, or they might phone in and it might not be funny. And, you know, that's the joy of it. When radio nowadays is so prepared and scripted and safe, anything could happen. Yes, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm all right. You're all right. You sound like you got your head in a box.
No, I'm not too bad. I'm calling via Skype, so that might be a bad sort of. I don't know. It might sound a bit weird.
No, it sounds different, but it sounds good. Well done.
That's all right. I was going to tell you about how I nearly died in India.
and boy, oh boy, if ever there was a title for a chapter of an autobiography, that is one. How did you nearly die in India?
Well, I was there on the gap year, you know, like typical white boy, sort of going to India, doing all the sights, and we were on an overnight bus somewhere in the north, and it's about 3 o'clock. I'd had a dodgy curry, and middle of nowhere. And so I say to the bus driver, because I go to the toilet on the bus is not working.
Yeah.
So I come up to the bus driver. He don't speak a word of English. I try and sort of make the hand gestures to sort of show that I've got to get off because you know I've got number 2.
Were you actually pointing at your bottom?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And sort of rubbing my stomach. And, anyway, I get off. And I start walking one way. It is pitch black. Could not see a thing.
Yeah.
And then the bus starts to beep. So I turn around, and about 2 or 3 seconds after I turn around, this massive freight train goes past right behind me. I can feel the wind off this thing.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, it had me.
But you didn't die. You lived to tell.
Well, no.
How close was it?
Well, after I went and did what I had to do, I walked back past, and I remembered where I was, sort of just about, and it was literally about 2 or 3 steps after, and I was on the train tracks.
Can I ask a personal question?
Yeah, sure.
What did you wipe with?
A leaf.
Because I was out with my boys the other day, and one of them wanted to do a poo outside, and I didn't want to do the leaf. I've done it once before when they were desperate, and I used an old hanky and put it in a bin. But yeah. I didn't feel comfortable using a leaf. And you were okay with that, were you?
Well, it's all I had. I mean, to be honest, when you're out there, I mean, you don't get no toilet paper anyway, so you're improvising from the off.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty scary.
Well, I'm glad you lived to tell. Can I try another topic on you?
Yeah, sure.
WPYKOO.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I know what the thing is, so I will divulge.
Yeah, go on.
It was in a Mackey's at about 2 o'clock in the morning one night.
It was where?
In a Mackey's, a McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was happening. I think it. I didn't get lucky that night, and
Well, mate, listen. Thank you for the call. I appreciate that. Excellent call. Well, we're asking the weirdest place you've not won out. I know. Isn't it base? But it's for men and women. Women do it as well. This is the thing, you see. This is the great thing. Women masturbate as well. They do. You know, it's we think it's a solely a male deserve. But women do it as well. And we're inspired by the hero who, the young lady who was enjoying her McDonald's so much that she put her hand down her trousers in and, yes, line 2.
There's a voice keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be.
You're still on the air if you want to carry on.
That's all I've got, I'm afraid.
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much, and thanks for your answer phone message the other day. Flipping it. Well, that was good, wasn't it? Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Q Branch has put together a smart-looking piece of luggage for us. We're issuing this to all 00 personnel. An ordinary black leather case with 20 rounds of ammunition here and here. Now, if you take the top off, you'll find the ammunition inside. On the side here, flat throwing knife. Press that button there, and out she comes. Inside the case, you'll find an AR-7 folding sniper's rifle, .25 caliber, with an infrared telescoping sight. Then, if you pull out these straps, inside are 50 gold sovereigns, 25 in either side.
Thank you very much indeed. Here's an 0844 499 1000. Thank you. I'm not quite sure that was. Also Bond or something, wasn't it? Anonymous has sent me an email. I can't call because I'm not alone in the house. I'm sure you'll understand, and I can't give my name. But back in 2005, I worked as a puppeteer playing one of the Vogon soldiers in the film The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Do you know what I'm talking about? They look like giant jacket potatoes with big grotesque heads. I don't remember them. You paint an excellent picture. Anyway, one day I knocked one out on set inside the Vogon costume. I swear this is the whole truth. I mean, I don't want this show. I'm deliberately trying to make this show not blokey and not laddish, and because it would be so easy to do a blokey laddish show, right? Easy to do, and I'm trying not to. But I genuinely think that question could be asked by Catherine, and it's not a blokey thing. I don't think it's a blokey thing, but I'm aware that it might sound a little bit blokish to the untrained ear. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hey, Ian, it's me again.
Hello,
How
me
you
again.
doing?
I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. The weirdest place I've not won out.
Yep.
This is a really strange one, but go with it. It was in a toy shop, the back of it.
Wow, man, that is messed up. I thought a Vogon costume was
No.
weird.
Right, okay, let me explain. Okay.
Please do.
I worked in this toy shop. I was the last staff member there with the manager who was cashing up. Nips a loo. Manager thought I'd left. Manager locked the door behind me. I don't have a key. And by the time I'd exited the loo, manager was on the bus on the way home and her phone had died. So yeah, I was stuck in the back of a toy shop for quite a while.
Yeah, blimey.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, so you find being locked in somewhere arousing?
Oh gosh, no.
I mean, you couldn't. How long were you locked in there for? Like weeks?
Oh no! It was a Saturday and the shop didn't open on Sundays. But no, I got out after maybe 3 hours.
You couldn't wait 3 hours to pleasure yourself?
No. It's not the wait time.
What kind of deviant are you?
It's not the wait time. It was more the kind of lack of things to pass the time with. I had a warehouse full of toys which I wasn't allowed to take out of the packaging and do anything with.
Yeah.
You know, I was limited by the alarm by where I could go because the alarm things were alarmed and I couldn't go into them. Basically, when I say a toy shop, I was in a corridor. That was, So if I said that the weirdest place I've not went out is a corridor in the back of somewhere where the public can't go, that would have been less interesting.
Did you use a leaf?
No, I think I used the conventional toilet roll.
Thank you very much indeed, and I don't want to get too. Thank you, Will. I appreciate your candor. Your candor. and your openness in this. Well, and this is how it works. Let's have a breather for a second. Let's just breathe for a second. That's been a pretty relentless 23, 24 minutes of nonsense and madness. And it's appreciated. Thank you. So that's how it works. There's another 36 minutes of this. Now, we may not get any more calls, or we may get shed loads of calls. If you want to be part of it, you hear anything goes. Silly voices, playing stuff down the phone, playing the trumpet, whatever you want to do. It's kind of a way of letting off steam. Tuesday is over. Wednesday hasn't yet begun. Right? We're in between days. 0844 499 1000. 7 pence a minute plus access charge, significantly more from mobiles. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, Ian. I noticed people have been talking about the weirdest places that they've been, doing the old business.
Yes.
And I just wanted to share. Mine is in a changing room in Oxfam. Because I was looking at all the ladies' knickers and that. And I just thought I'd gone in the changing room.
Yep, and thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. Sean. I sent you a tweet today about I've got a DAB because I'm up and running, ready to listen.
Oh, yes, Sean, you sent the picture, didn't you?
I did, mate, yeah.
Beautiful. Well done, Sean. Fantastic.
How you doing, mate? Now, Ian, I'm a black cabbie, right? And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, mate, things ain't great in the cab trade at the moment, but please don't ever get a sack again, mate, because these 3 hours cheer me right up every night.
Well,
honestly, mate, that call with the bloke doing the Littlest Hobo thing with whatever he was playing, that is comedy gold, my friend.
He was good, wasn't he? He was
comedy
good.
gold. That's a Sony gold right there, my friend.
Well, you listen. You're very kind. Generally, I last about 3.5 years in places. That seems to be the going rate. So we should, fingers crossed, we should be okay for a little bit longer.
I was absolutely gutted when you went from Absolute. You and Eloise, I thought, are you still in touch with Eloise?
Eloise, for those that don't know, Eloise was the producer I worked with about 5 years ago at Absolute and Virgin. We email each other from time to time. Occasionally we'll text each other. And I was stood outside Absolute about 2 weeks ago, and I phoned her up and she never answered. So she can go to hell.
What about Vinny? Do you still hear from him?
I sent a private message to Vinny. For those who don't know, was a young lady that used to call all the time. I sent her a private message on Twitter. I sent a private message to who I thought was her on Twitter, and the person got back saying, "I'm sorry, Ian, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really Vinny. This is Vinny's Twitter address." And I sent her a private message, and she got back, and that was that. She doesn't seem to be interested in calling in, and that's absolutely fine. It's a shame, but that's fine.
All I was seeing doing is giving Piers Morgan grief every now and again about football and calling him a bumhole. That's all I was on Twitter. Anyway, listen, mate, keep up the good work, Ian.
Nice one, mate. Thank you for your call. I appreciate it.
Sorry, mate.
Bye-bye. There we go. And what has been funny about doing this gig, coming back to late night radio after 4 years, 5 years of not doing it, is I knew we'd get some people from the last place when I was at the BBC coming over, but I've been so surprised by, we've had people from the BBC, people from Absolute, and people from LBC that have all kind of homed in on this show. And I don't know, I don't think the reason is necessarily me. I think, and I don't want to disappear at my own backside, but I think as a fan of radio myself, right, there's been nothing different to listen to late at night for years. Nothing different. All the radio stations are doing clones of the same show. 5 Live, BBC London, LBC, the music stations are different, but the speech, they're all doing the Brexit, Muslims, black cabs. No offence to our last caller, but black cab versus Uber phone in, it doesn't work for me as a listener. It doesn't work for me. It's a kind of a turn off. I wish everybody joy and success and wealth and happiness in their jobs, but as a phone in, and they're all doing the same thing. And as a fan of radio, it's kind of broken my heart that there has been no one, A, doing something even a little bit different. Nick Abbott has done a bit, but and B, something that's just nuts You know, where people can phone up and play the trumpet down the phone, where someone like Paul, who called up earlier on, can phone up and tell us about all of the ideas for kids' shows that he's got, where, you know, Alan Caddick can phone up and try and start a revolution that's going to end with him getting karate chop into the flipping throat. That's how it's going to end, Caddick. Karate chop into the throat. So, you know, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I enjoy my job. 0844 499 1000. We were listening to this. Get rid of that music. Let's listen to. We were listening to this. I don't know what this album's. This is nice. People ask what the music for the answer phone is. It's the Penguin Cafe Orchestra, and I just realised I've got 2 Penguin Cafe Orchestra albums on here. So let's try these for beds and see how we get on. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
I'm doing female representation for the WPYKOO.
WPYKOO. Where's the weirdest place you've ever knocked one out, Julie?
In my car in a traffic jam on the motorway.
Hang on a minute, I've got some more appropriate... Hang on a minute, I've got some music that will fit that a little bit better. Hang on a second. Here we go. How long were you stuck in traffic for?
It was on the M25. 20 minutes, and then kind of got bored.
It's like you and it's you and that last caller. I mean, for goodness sakes, if you've been stuck there for weeks, then yes, of course. But 20 minutes?
No, but it wasn't moving. I could have been there for hours, and I got bored. But the only thing that I was kind of very conscious of was the fact that when lorries go past, I could see into the car.
They can do. Were you in the car on your own?
Yeah.
So this wasn't like it wasn't like a game with a partner or anything like that.
No.
And
I would have just played I Spy if I was with a partner.
I spy with my little eye, something beginning with a V. I'm speechless. Was it good?
Yeah. It was all right.
And did anybody see?
I was just a bit disappointed that there were no women phoning up.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to phone in straight away, and then I thought, no, do you know what? I'll leave it for a bit. And I was like, do you know what? Might as well.
No, I'm glad you do, because
exactly what I thought on the motorway.
Men don't exactly. Men, we like to think that we own onanism and masturbation, and we don't. Women do it as well, and you know, we all think it's a bit naughty because women have like tools and things they can use, but women can, you know, there's no shame.
Do you know what I found even amongst kind of really good friends of mine, and we've all known each other for 30 years since we were at school. Women don't like talking about it.
Yeah.
Women kind of still are quite in denial.
Well, men don't sit around and talk about it and go, I had a great, thing last night on my own. We don't sit around and talk about it. We make jokes about it.
I've heard some blokes talk about it. Or blokes that I know have talked about it.
What, with you? But having a conversation with a woman about it is a prelude towards courtship.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's them testing the water for sex.
Oh right. Okay.
Did you not pick up on that?
Right. No. Okay, but women don't tend to acknowledge it. You could say, my husband's away, I was drinking horny sober, blah blah blah, and women will go, oh no, I couldn't do that. They don't tend to acknowledge it.
Is it because, and this is oversimplifying things a bit, is it because we use the W words? We bandy that word around as like a sort of joke. Well, it can be quite a nasty insult. You know the word I'm talking about, of course.
Yeah.
Winker. Let me get the winker. We bandy it around as quite a nasty insult. But also, blokes will call each other that for oh, you silly winker.
No, I don't think it's to do with that, because you could say, anything. Other euphemisms for that particular thing. I think it's because women are kind of in a sexual role. Women are to be desired. They're not kind of. I think it kind of is almost like, well, why would I need to do that? Because I've got somebody to do that for me. Or I think it's one of those things where women kind of consider it a bit beneath them to admit it. But not me. No,
not you, you mucky pup. Beneath them to admit it, or beneath them to do it. Because I suspect they don't do it as often as men do.
To admit it,
right?
I think. I mean, there's, I've got a couple of friends who agree to it, but then I think the same's different for blokes, isn't it? I mean, they do it at different frequencies. People are more prolific than others, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, listen, I appreciate your honesty in sharing that with us.
Thanks.
Did you get home safely after your on your journey?
No, it was just, I got stuck there for, a couple of hours, so that was kind of after 20 minutes, I didn't know what to do. But yes, I did get home safely.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for calling. Cheers.
See you.
No, there we go. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello, it's David Lees from Brighton here.
Hello, David Lees from Brighton.
Hello. One of the things I think we've not had enough tonight is reminiscing, and the thing I like to reminisce about are the shopping channels like Big TV, classics like that, where you had stars like Andy Hodgson and Peter Simon and Greg Scott and greats like that, and you'd on your TV every night and giving you all sorts of entertainment with Peter Simon with his monologues. I've got something in my bottom drawer. It's a cable knit jumper. I didn't know jumpers can get knit. All that sort of stuff. And I miss Greg Scott off my TV, to be perfectly honest. I mean, he's one of the great stars. He pops for radio occasionally, but I think he's one of the missed talents of TV and radio.
Greg Scott is from what little communication I've had with the gentleman, a thoroughly good egg. All round.
Yes, on occasion I've had the opportunity to talk to him, and he's really, really nice. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen him on Facebook all the time, and he's posting. He's always trying to get into the industry. He's always championing new people in the industry. I know he's posted about you a few times. I think he's honestly one of the finest gentlemen on the radio, and we don't see enough of him, we don't hear enough of him, or anything like that.
I used to love those. Those channels still going? The bid up TVs and the QVCs.
No, they closed down a couple of years.
All
ago,
of them.
But, yeah, they did. It was a shame, really. A lot of them moved to the competitor ones. I don't know why they shut down.
Amazon. I bet Amazon.
Yeah, I bought
Amazon was probably a big factor in it, because there was nothing like getting drunk. Let's say, and watching those things at 2:00 in the morning. It was what a joy, and people knock those channels, but flipping it, man, that was hard work doing that stuff.
Oh yeah, they were on for hours at a time. I mean, when you had a shot every time Peter Simon said not over, you could be drunk within 20 minutes. But they were on for hours and hours, and they would they'd go on, and right at the end of it, they'd still be fresh faced and ready to go, to be honest. It's amazing when you could watch them, you could see him speak. It's hard to speak for that length of time.
I couldn't do it. What's your name, caller?
It's David Lees.
You did say that, David. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate... What's this? Why has this got vocals? Oh, this is supposed to be karaoke. Why is it not karaoke at all, is it? 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us... I used to like all those... the QVCs and stuff, and I remember when they kind of sort of started and they were new, and they were a bit of a joke. We'd all have a laugh at it and stuff. But you try. I tell you what, you don't get anymore. You don't get people in supermarkets or at markets in general stood up on podiums selling knives. Do you? You don't get people selling sets of knives. And my whole childhood, I mean, my dad was very common, so we used to go to a lot of markets in South London. And I seem to remember massive chunks of my childhood were stood watching men standing up on podiums selling sets of knives and then doing tenner to the lady. They'd clap and they'd point, tenner for the lady. Here, pass that down, pass that up, here, you have that, girl. A lot of that. You don't seem to get that anymore, which is, I don't know, it's not anything, it's just the way it goes, isn't it? 0844 499 1000, let's have a quick break. Call straight to air for the last 20 minutes of the show. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian, it's Paul.
Hello, Paul.
How you doing?
I'm alright, thanks, mate. Yeah, what you got for us?
Yeah, a couple of people this hour have been, you're talking about the weirdest place you ever,
WPYHAW, yes.
That's it. They were doing it out of boredom. I've never been in a situation where I've been that bored. It's been the goal a lot of the time. I say a lot of the time, some of the time. But I don't know if I've ever done it out of boredom. It just seems a bit,
I know what you mean out of boredom. I do it, it's been done because one is struggling to sleep. or one is feeling fruity. But not like, I'm really bored. I know what I'll do is and certainly not while stuck in traffic.
No. You quite right. I tell you what though, that would just worry me. Actually, I'd be very concerned if I was doing it in traffic.
Well, women can do...
Two hands on the wheel.
Well, women can do different things when they're driving. They often apply their makeup, and that's kind of... If they're doing their eyelashes, that's kind of an up and down motion, isn't it? So...
Yeah, I guess that's very similar.
Yeah, I get. But then I've seen fellas shaving when they're using electric razors when they're... I've started combing my moustache whilst I'm stuck in traffic now. I have a comb in the car and I comb my beard and moustache.
Is it a special comb?
No, it's your bog standard. Is a cheap £2.50 comb from Tesco's.
How do you clean your beard? Because I used to have one and I found it was a bit, after a couple of days it'd be a bit whiffy.
I just wash my face.
Really? Oh, washing. Interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing you need to do. Thank you for that. That's the thing you need to do. I just wash my face. This is the first beard I've had. I've had it since Christmas, and I think it's certainly going to... I had it because I wasn't very well, and I think it's probably going to stick. I quite dig it. 0844 499 1000 is the telephone number. 7 pence a minute plus access charge, significantly more from mobile phones. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is what the show is going to be. I'll do sit-ups tomorrow. Remind me to do sit-ups tomorrow. I started doing sit-ups, and I don't think I'm doing them properly. Trying to lose a bit of weight, so I'm eating less and trying to do sit-ups. And then someone said, don't do sit-ups, it's bad for you. But I don't know. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Oh.
I know, didn't that sound unhealthy? Sorry about that.
It really did. It really, really did,
Yeah.
yes.
I was listening to your smutty calls.
Filthy tonight, absolute filth.
And, yeah. And, you know, when that woman came on, I don't believe a word of it. I'm sorry, am I allowed to say that?
What, the woman in the car?
Yeah.
But she not went out in a car because she was stuck in traffic. You don't believe it?
No.
Why not?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, she must be bloody desperate.
Well...
And also, it's not, you know, a man doing it is a bit different to a woman doing it. And for a woman to do it, she has to sort of position herself in sort of a different way to a man.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
I think a woman could do it sat down in the driving seat.
Well, yeah, maybe, if she's a nymphomaniac. But, I mean, I just can't imagine anyone doing it in a car.
Okay, well, where's the weirdest place you've done it?
Well, what, masturbation?
Yeah.
I haven't done it in any weird places. I've had sex in weird places, but I haven't actually, because I quite like al fresco.
Go on then, where have you done it then? Where have you had sex?
Oh, on a train and, where else? In the woods. I quite like it outside, but I've never ever been somewhere where I thought, I must play with myself now.
Where were you going on the train? Apart from to paradise.
I think we were going to... I think we were going to London, actually.
Yeah.
And I can be a bit naughty, so I just thought, why not?
And are you a nymphomaniac?
No.
It's interesting that your woman does, pleasures herself in a car, and she's a nymphomaniac. You do it on the train going to London, and it's just a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do the whole thing on the train.
Okay.
But it was sort of, prelude to it, if you like.
I got that, yeah.
But, no, that's fun, yeah. I do see that as fun. And I also see, if you're out somewhere, like if you're going for a walk or something, I can understand that. But I cannot understand a woman suddenly feeling the need to masturbate in a public place.
But it's in the car.
That a bit weird.
But hang on a minute, you're going out for a walk and having sex in the woods. That's weird, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It's fun.
That means what she did.
No, but she did it to herself. How can you be sat in a car like waiting for it to move and then start fiddling with yourself. Who does that? I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Because with a woman, it's all in the mind, you know.
Well, and some of it's in something else as well. But yes, yes.
Whereas I think men, they can instantly see something and be aroused by it.
Oh yeah, men and women get turned on. Men and women get turned on differently. Men get turned on visually, don't they? And to a certain extent, I'm going to say a word. Don't be hourly. So the pictures and the sounds turn men on, and I think that's why chat lines are so successful, because men can get turned on by the sounds of it. But that wouldn't work for chicks.
No, it doesn't. I mean, to a certain degree. I mean, women like to watch porn sometimes, so you might get turned on by that. But then I think we get turned on by different things to the way men do. Do you know what I mean? Even if you're watching porn, you'd still, a woman would get turned on by something different to what the male might. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I think a lot of sex with women is in the mind.
I appreciate your call. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Ta-ta. Have a good night. Have a nice walk. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hi, Ian.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm wondering if I'm going to have a job tomorrow, but I'm fine. Yeah.
I've only just tuned in the past 10 minutes. What have you been talking about?
You don't want to know. It's been a good one tonight. It's been a bit rude tonight. But it's been a good one.
I just guessed that.
Yeah, it's been a bit rude, yeah. What you got for us?
I don't know, I just thought I'd say hello, really.
Hello. You sound a bit down, you all right?
So do you find the weather changes your mood a bit?
Yeah, but I was in a terrible mood before the show started, and I had a little run-in with Kath, and I just was not really in the best place before the show started, and apologies to everyone watching on Periscope, because I was miserable to them. But I like this. I'm waiting for the thunderstorm that has to come soon.
Yeah.
You're not digging it?
No, I feel crap. Sorry, I just thought...
That's right. No, but what, because of the weather?
I don't know. I just find every time the weather changes, I just feel it triggers off depression in me.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I had a big cry today.
Over anything, or just because it just popped? Something popped.
Just generally.
Yeah.
Generally,
and that's all right though, isn't it? Did you feel better after?
Yeah.
I was in tears in Cafe Nero today.
Oh, I saw that a little bit. Yeah, I caught the end of it.
Oh dear, I was in tears. I was listening to this new Monkey song, and then someone reminded me it was my dad's birthday, and I saw was looking at a picture of him as a boy, and there's a line in this song about I can't remember what the line is, but it's about dads and stuff. And I was gone. I was in Cafe Nero, and these two young girls were looking at me, and I couldn't. It was awful, but it wasn't awful. It wasn't awful. It happened. These things happen, don't they? And I'm not embarrassed to cry or anything like that. It's fine. It sounds like you're not, and you take it for the healthy outlet that it is.
Yeah.
Well, I hope tomorrow's a bit better for you.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the shows, though. Really enjoying the shows, and it's great that all the previous listeners have come tuning in.
Yeah, it's going in the right direction, and tonight's been a really good one, I think. So, more of these, please.
Definitely.
All right, listen, I've got another call coming in. I'll speak to you later on.
Speak soon.
Ta-ta. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hi Ian, it's Alan Caddick here from Birmingham.
Hello Alan, what you got for us, boss? You've been on quite a few times tonight, mate, so what have you got?
The weirdest place I've ever knocked one out is on the phone to the Brothers Gold on talkRADIO.
Thank you very much. Yes, line 2, you're on the wireless.
I'm just wondering if it's legal.
Oh no! It's a ghost! It's Lex!
Yeah.
Oh, Vinny! Verinda!
How you doing?
Oh, young lady, where the hell have you been for the last 4.5 years? The team's back together again now. The team is back together again. How you doing, madam?
Yeah, I'm quite old. I'm older now.
Well, you would be, because time has passed. That's how time works. Yeah.
And I'm maturer now.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's it, really.
Where's the weirdest place you've not won out?
Nowhere weird. Just
your mum's room?
in the bathroom, I suppose.
No. Have you? I'm genuinely thrilled to. For those who don't know, Vinny was a young lady who used to call me. Well, we've not spoken for about 5 years, and apart from when you've posted abuse online, I mean, you've trolled me.
Yeah.
You've trolled me. Yeah, you trolling me now? Are you masturbating now?
No, I done one earlier.
And we're also. I'm genuinely. I've got a big grin on my face.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to cut you off in a second.
All right then. Bye bye.
No. Before you go, Vinny, can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut you off. There we go. I haven't spoken to that guy for years. Oh dearie dear. Well, there was your historic moment. Where were you when Vinny called him? Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Yes, mate.
Yes.
You're looking for strange places where you've done it.
Hang on a second. We've just had Vinny on, and now we've got Paulie on. What's happening?
Do you want to know where I've done it?
I don't think I do.
You do, man. Trust me, you do.
I'm hovering over the dump button. Okay, thanks for calling. I probably could have got away with that, but we dumped. We dumped that. Well. What a show. What a show it is tonight. Was half suspecting we might hear that voice of Verinder, because he tweeted me publicly for the first time in years. I tell you what, let's. Oh no, this is a nice bit of music actually. But I wasn't totally sure. But there we go. That was nice. I enjoyed that. What's the last? We've got 3 minutes of the show. If you want to give us a call, you can. 0844 499 1000. Oh, there we go. We've got a caller on. Let's go to line 1. Yes, line 1.
Hello.
Hello.
Sound a nice boy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ian.
Yes?
I can trump that, mate.
Okay, go on.
Strange places where you've done it.
Well, are we doing it on solo or with someone else?
Oh, no, someone else. Not that kind of done it.
Okay, yeah, go on.
In the Rapids, in the Festival Park, water park at Stoke-on-Trent in 1994.
Wow, you remember the date. Why? In the watery rapids?
There's like a little pool, and the rapids go round it, and it's just like a little private pool, and there's nobody else. And there's only like not much bigger than a pond, really. This is rather liberating.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a fan of. Listen, for me, it's something that should be consigned to the bedroom. Nobody
could say. You know what I mean? It was one of them.
Oh dear.
It was rather discreet. Ian.
Yes, sir.
Ian, I've got a beauty for you.
Yeah.
Right. Can your phone do this?
Oh, very clever, thank you. Line 2, Russ is on form tonight. Line 2, you're possibly the last call of the evening. What have you got for us?
Well, I was just wondering, Ian, if you were to dump a call in the last minutes of your show, do you have to stay on air? Do you have to work that a little bit longer? An extra 7, 14 seconds?
The thing is, now you've said that, I'm going to spend... It's like that thing about 3 people pay for a meal and they give the waiter £3 each and there's £1 goes missing. I'm going to spend the rest of the night trying to work that out, because I don't understand the dump technology at all.
Right. And would you get paid for that extra 7 seconds on air?
I'd certainly invoice it.
Yeah? I mean, there's nothing to stop you staying on there after 1 a.m., is there?
I'm going to squeeze in this last call. Thank you for that, Dan. I'm tempted to talk to my boss about the possibility of sometimes doing like an extra half an hour, 40 minutes if it's going well. Line 1, you really are the last call of the evening. What have you got for us?
Is that me?
Yes.
Hello, Ian. It's Habiba. I just wanted to say I'm really happy to have found you again.
We've just had Vinny on and Paulie on.
I know. That's what inspired me to call.
Oh, Habiba. Well, flipping it. Well, I've got to go. You all right?
I'm very well, thank you. I'll be tuning in tomorrow.
Oh, well, make sure you do, Habiba. I've got to go because the show's finished. Thanks for calling. Ta-ta.
All right, love you lot.
Bye-bye, ta-ta. Well, there we go. I'm glad we squeezed that in. 3 calls from people that I've not heard from for years. One of them I had to dump because he made an inappropriate joke, but that's the beauty of it. Back tomorrow night at 10. Ta-ta.
Talk Radio. Listen, phone, talk.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.